Okay, let me real quick add in one more thing as we are about to start the show. So let's start the show with this on that note, I guess. But anyway, how's everyone doing? Hello. It's been quite the rainy week again for California. Let me tell you, man.
Oh, good for you. We're dying of heat here.
You're always dying of heat, right?
Yes, because I am in heat.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa.
Ooh.
I mean, isn't next week your big cosplay day or weekend? Yep.
So hopefully the helmet comes in.
Yep. Also, so with that, let's just get this little news out of the way for the Hypecast itself.
I know.
Yeah. So as I said or mentioned, Zawa is going on going to a convention next weekend. So starting from the day we always record on, he is going to be out. So with that, we're going to be taking our break because also that is going to be around the same time as Evo Japan. So pretty much kind of works out anyway. So I'll do my thing. He got his thing too. And yeah, so with that we will take a break for next week as of this episode. And then yeah, so hopefully we can come back and we should be able to come back and talk about something, right? Because we got Evo Japan to talk about, and then likely your cosplaying experience or just the convention of itself as well, So
lots of virgins. There we go.
God.
I saved you an hour talk.
Damn, man.
Virgins and deviants. There we go.
Deviants. Okay, all right. Damn, man. Yeah, you just gotta go straight to it, right? Go straight to the heart. But yeah, so TLDR, we're gonna take a break next week, and we'll be back after that, hopefully. So, yeah, I'll be away. I'll be streaming a watch party pretty much for hopefully for at least one or two of the days for Evo Japan. I think it starts on Thursday since it is Japan time, right, for the schedule. So that means it's a day ahead in Japan, pretty much. So it's gonna probably start on Thursday rather than Friday, right? So which either way works out anyway, so that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, so we definitely have some good amount of news to talk about once again on this episode of the Hypecast 227 for this one, with yours truly as always, Sean, aka Hawk525, with my cohort, and who is going to be cosplaying or cosplaying.
Wow, really to butcher that name.
Yeah, kind of going a little far with the pun there, but anyway, or play of words. Anyway, my cohort Zawa in the mix here as always. No. So we here, and we are going to talk about gaming stuff as always. We did, like I said, we definitely do have a good grip amount, including fighting game news especially. So let's go right into the fighting game stuff. So the big man himself, the big luchador, Jaguar motherfucker in Tekken, has made an appearance for Tekken 8 fully in the trailer. I imagine you saw it, so I'll let you start of what you thought and whatever stuff like that. As I
got wet.
What's up?
I was wet.
Yes, I'm sure. Were you moist? Were you moist?
Yes, I was moist. I used that moisture to re-moist myself.
You're gonna need that energy for the cosplaying, right? So just in time for your main character to roll in, right? So let's play the trailer just for the sake of things.
For the lulz.
For the lulz, yep. Unreal Engine, blah blah blah.
Get ready for the next battle.
Linne Hart.
Tekken 8. New challenger. Yay!
Just keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Oh man, that was muscles. You got the veins down. Oh, the clothesline. You got the pedigree.
Oh,
Boom.
Pedigree.
Look at that.
Triple H and happy.
Jackknife and then power bomb. That's so crazy. That combo is so crazy. Oh, we got wild combos.
It's like I love the trailer, but when you really look at the moves, it's like, okay, give people a week, they'll be able to break out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The grab. That's the sad thing about this. It's like these look so cool. A week later, after the game is out,
they can break all those.
Everyone knows how to break.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows how to break
RKO.
out of the grabs.
Hey, you got armor on some of these moves though, at least.
Now you see, kids, when customization is available at the start, my king's not gonna have a fucking cape or pants on.
That rage art is kind of peculiar, like because it ends it on a submission hold rather than like a traditional slam. Like it looks cool in the beginning, right? Like all right, he's gonna do a big wrestling move, right? A big old slam.
Also, well, when it goes into this cinematic stuff,
Yeah.
I just want to pretend like there's a actual cameraman doing like following, just like okay, hold still, sir. I mean, and also the
oh, go ahead.
But I wish his victory post screen was a little bit more.
There's a little. Well, it could be the trailer.
Up, like,
I mean, they could be the trailer itself. I mean,
yeah, but when he's like stopped like here midair, it's like, okay, Harada, do you know how many doors you opened up that everyone just wants to be like this? Just like, I'll catch you, daddy.
Yeah.
I'll willingly sacrifice my body.
Mm-hmm. I think he looks really fun. Just like all the other characters so far, especially here because he can like combo grab to grab in a different way, right? So I mean, it's not like a chain command grab yet. I guess we'll see that I guess in the actual game, but yeah.
I know they only showed like some of his movesets.
Yes, but
I wonder if they took away his old command command setup.
Nah, it's a long ass string, so I'm pretty sure they'll leave it for the actual game itself. So
well, on PlayStation, I believe it's the triangle square where he does the little spin,
yes,
and then he goes into something.
Yes,
because this looks like it's just now like standard 1, 2, 3 into a some sort of grab.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely see when the final product comes out. But he does a lot of power bombs for sure, though.
I'm also disappointed. Like we do see, like okay, for you wrestling fans, we did see an RKO. We saw Triple H's pedigree, and stuff. Where's the people elbow? Come on, come on, game.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He has a lot of moves, man. He has a lot of moves, wrestling moves.
I mean, I wouldn't get past Harada's team because this looks like they really like looked at like wrestling matches and wrestlers from I want to say both the Japan wrestling community and also
the Western
SmackDown
like
SmackDown and Raw.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I kind of like wonder if they made a stage with the with the rings and the rope.
Mm-hmm.
What if like one animator wanted to go like, hey, Harada-san, let's make King do the 619 like Rey Mysterio is like,
Oh yeah,
You realize Rey Mysterio is allowed to do that because he's agile, right? This is King.
He can be agile. I mean, he is a luchador after all, so he's a big he's a big luchador.
Harada, I know we're not supposed to ask. Can we have like a move or like a homage of King doing something like Nacho Libre, please?
Oh yeah, Nacho Libre reference.
There's a small reference to that. I'll be like, wow.
Yep. I love the memes that were coming out of.
Oh yeah, the memes of this.
Yeah, when like they're like dubbing using Scott Steiner's like lines, dubbing over King and stuff like that. It's really funny. I would play them, but it'll probably get claimed by the WWE whatever, like, or WCW and WWE broadcaster companies or whatever. Anyway, go on.
The one I liked the dubbing was someone put in Jim Ross in company commentating over everything.
Oh yeah. Of course, that's a classic, right? That's a classic.
So now it's like, I wish this was real.
Yeah. Oh, you know what'd been really funny if bit of a tangent, but like Street Fighter 6, you know, they have the commentator, the in-game commentating.
Yeah.
They put Jim Ross in there. Like, oh my god.
Watch out.
Oh my god.
That man is broken in half.
Yep. As God, with God as my witness, he is broken in half.
But I don't know, like, King having the cape, it kind of like ruins it for me though. Like,
he's had a cape though before.
I know,
yeah,
but this kind of ruins like for me everything because it's kind of like hiding, you know. So again, when customization comes out, he's not gonna have a cape.
He can take it off. He can. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think. And
hi kids, you saw that correctly. He has armor.
Yes.
Good luck. Good luck.
The heat mechanic is helping out a number of characters, including King. So that could give him some leverage to, you know, keep up with the meta whenever the competitive side of things do come out. You know, for Tekken 8. But yeah, yep. He's looking real cool, you know, as a sucker for, you know, wrestling stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, the very first character I picked was King. So, you know, that kind of tells you where I started with Tekken. And then I kind of deviated to big bodies, you know, more of the big bodies like Gunjack and just Jack in general, right? So
well, we were on opposite spectrum on Tekken. My first character, because I played 3 officially.
Yes, yeah.
Was Yoshimitsu.
Yoshimitsu, yeah. He was cool, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people picked Yoshimitsu first because he was so cool. Like, he's a fucking ninja with the lightsaber katana, whatever, right? The ninja sword. Like, bro, like, how do you?
That's why I chose him. I was like, they put a Jedi in this game.
I know, yeah. And then like the sounds he makes, like all the fucking like shits that he does. The fucking when you back punch is this stupid spin move. The infamous
The meditation one was funny back then.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what is he doing? He's masturbating to get health back.
Yes. Like, that's life, right?
I don't know. I don't get the life back when I do.
Some people do. Anyway,
speaking from experience.
Anyway,
but yeah, well, but again, like as we said in previous podcasts, when this game comes out in 6, it's actually going to be like, who has the better graphics?
Yeah,
to show body bodies in motion. We've seen it in 6 that when a character, you know, ready to do a power attack, their muscles tense. So we see it. So we're kind of seeing it in here with King, which is a really good like way to show it.
Yeah, same with Paul. When he does his rage art, you know, his arm bulges, breaks the sleeve, and then the sleeve even stays broken, you know, for the rest of the or the round or whatever, the match. Muscles, man. They're definitely working the muscles for sure, literally and figuratively. But he looks really cool. Other than some of the weird nuances with his rage art or whatever. But yeah, it's King.
You know, I wouldn't get past people customizing King now, which I think they'll do it. They'll be able to do it. They'll make like Montaro.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Like from Kinnikuman or Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah. Like I would not like bat an eye that anyone's gonna try make like actual anime wrestlers now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
I'll laugh my ass off if they made Zangief in Tekken.
I would not let. Oh. What happened?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Tweet. It is gone.
Buff Gigas, what happened, man? let me see. Let me
He deleted it.
Yeah, he deleted it. Let me hold on. Let me bookmark this one. You know what's funny? With speaking of bookmarks, sorry, tangent. But Twitter is like, oh, we'll keep track of how many bookmarks are there now. Is that any useful? I mean, I guess it shows you how horny Twitter is. That's one measurement.
Again, speaking from experience. See what I do.
What do you do with bookmarks,
ladies and gentlemen? I just click on the picture, right click, and save image as.
We'll cut. Well, I mean. You go straight into it, man. You go straight into the heart.
I save it and put it in my tax return folder.
Yes. Yeah.
This man bookmark it, going like, okay, which one was that?
Yeah, I bookmark it and then save it on the other computer. So yeah, there you go. Let me see. Is this from Tekken? I don't know. Anyway. I know. That's is this? What is this? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Hold on. There was a thing with King. Okay. I mean, there you go. So you'll see like all the comparisons so far. Like, look at the graphics, man. Like, holy shit. Like you really don't realize.
Now that I look at it, why is there a fucking ugly yellow filter?
I don't know. Now it's a little more bluish, kind of not grayish, but you know, like kind of more bluish, a little more tinge of green in the new one. But oh my god, the Tekken 7, man, they cranked up too much the yellow or something, man.
Wait, I already see a continuity error with Law. Look at his scars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harada.
Yeah.
Fire one of your artists. Not consistent. You cannot just magically move a scar from from the left chest to the right.
Yeah, look at that, man. You can like really see the peachiness on Paul for Tekken 8, and then the one in Tekken 7 is just like, yeah, he's warm. He's a warm colored fella.
He's a warm boy.
He's a warm boy. And then look at King. He's also really yellow. Like, look at that.
No, wrong. It's not yellow. It's gold.
Gold. He's a golden boy. You know, like the anime golden boy. Anyway,
and you can tell that his spots on his mask is much more prominent.
Oh yeah, like it's way better rendered. Like look at the accessories, the freaking fur coat or whatever, the feathered coat collar thing. Yeah, he's also, look at that. He's also wearing the cape in 7. I forgot about that. People like, I don't know if the competitors. I don't know if the competitors take it off or have it on because you know they like the cape because they think it's distracting, or they can or distracting the opponent, or it's something for them, like a visual, like sort of way of like, I don't know, memorizing, or they it's like a way for them to hype themselves up. I don't know. It's like a weird little quirk. And then there's Lars, but we'll talk about Lars in a bit here. But yeah, you can definitely see like how much more detail there is. You can see the whiskers. Look at the whiskers, man. Look at that. You got the whiskers, teeth, better rendered teeth. You know, point being, man, look at the highlights, right? You can see the red highlight. Just more colors, man. More colors, more lighting effects, more detail. Look at the fur in the ears, right? Like within the ear. And then just a lot of detail.
Yeah, you see all of us horny guys for King. We're gonna do the Inuyasha stuff.
Yeah, shading in the look at the shading under the pec. There's the lats, right?
Nipples.
Of course, the nipple. Yeah,
enhanced.
And then you can see the valleys within his like abs, right? Like just a lot of detail for sure. Point being, okay, so I'm sorry, what?
They're spray on.
There's a spray on. But yeah, that's pretty much looking pretty good so far overall. Can't wait to see.
Is someone making like a list of which girls are in right now?
Oh, it's just a top 10, whatever.
Oh,
nonsense.
Okay, anyway. to knock it out, obviously Julia is gonna show up again. Zafina might not show up.
Yeah. I think no.
I don't think she serves.
Zafina is probably gonna be DLC.
Purpose.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't think she.
Oh, you mean like story wise, like she doesn't make sense.
Story wise, she is. I want to see that. I want to see her return.
Oh, the Polish, what's her name? Lydia?
Prime Minister.
Yeah, the Prime Minister of Poland. Whooping some ass. I think it's Lydia, right? That's her name. Anyway. We got one more character to talk about.
He is from Naruto.
Yeah, right. He pretty much is, right? Like
he's pretty much an Uchiha at this point.
Yeah. Let's fire up the trailer.
Oh, sorry. For the person that we're talking about, it's Orochimaru.
Yeah, sure. He's a bastard child of Heihachi. There you go. That's the lore.
Oh, you and Darren last night from Max's chat. Someone said, yeah, Lars, is the bastard child, or let's be nice, the son of Heihachi.
Yes.
And someone in chat was like going like, no, he's not. He's his own character. I was like,
okay.
Do you not know lore?
Yeah.
That shit was established in 6.
Yeah.
I still don't like the jacket. It's too much.
You don't like his outfit?
No. Like, I can see it work on, like, if it was a Final Fantasy character.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe that's what they're going for. I mean...
Is that a hint? Are we going to get another DLC collaboration with Final Fantasy?
Well, they already did it in 7, right?
I know, right?
With Noctis.
Are we finally getting Tifa?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me pause it for a second. If Tifa, if there's a time for Tifa to come in, now is the time for her to come in with the heat mechanic and all that stuff.
Because it's also because isn't Remake and Rebirth whatever's using
Unreal Engine
5?
Yeah, I believe so.
So it's kind of like that thing. The asset is already there. You just need
yeah. I don't know how
it works. Gonna have to tweak. Yeah, you just have to tweak the model.
Yeah, I guess the sort of template is there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rage art right there. That's from pretty much pulled from Naruto Ultimate whatever Ninja Storm. Let's play it again.
Chidori.
Yeah. Okay, Archer.
Okay, you know when the tornado storm was about to dissipate?
Yeah.
I kind of wish that when it did, like you did see like some electricity like branch out of the storm,
Oh,
out of
yeah.
the twister.
It kind of does a little bit, but yeah.
Well, at the base, I meant like it, like you know, everywhere.
It
It's
should
like,
have been maybe a little more to it, but whatever. It's Lars.
no one cares about you.
I tried playing Lars in 6. I was like, I don't know if he's really my character. So,
I mean, he's a good rush down. Like if you
for sure,
rush down really well.
He's rush down.
Your opponent's just gonna be like, huh?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I just blinked and my life is gone.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's gained some new moves. I believe he has a demon flip grab like Akuma.
I know, that's what when I saw that I was like, oh god, did he took a class with Akuma?
Yeah, pretty much, right? And then the axe kick. He's got a new axe kick.
Is that grab new?
It's new. I think it's new. I think it's new, or it could be a what do you call? A remodeled version, like they changed it up a little bit, maybe to be a little different. But yeah, I think he had a similar grab in 6 or something, or 6 or 7.
I know this is Lars' show, but I really like how Jax looks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lars. I know it's your show, but I'm staring at Jax.
Yeah.
It's like that Simpson meme, you know, with the sheep.
Oh, the sheep, yeah.
Just smack it away.
Just smack the other sheep out of the way to see the cute little one. Yeah. I noticed that. Speaking of Jack, funny you mentioned Jack. Whenever Jack gets hit, like you hear the sounds. He sounds a little different. So I'm like, okay, maybe they finally changed up his voice, because his voice has been the same throughout. I think like maybe. From 6.
I want to say since 5. His voice been the same.
Well, 5 it was the same from like 3 or something like that, 3-ish. Yeah. And then from 6 it's a little different, which I do like. Don't get me wrong. I'm just wondering now 8 will be the time to change his voice again. So, because. Yeah, it sounds. Yeah, he sounds more monstrous, like.
No, you want him to sound human. Ow! Stop. Why?
Yeah. And then more stage interaction stuff as well to take note. Yeah, with the explosion, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean his design is, more or less like Lars, right? If you like Lars, you probably like his design. I did like him in the red better, like red and black. I don't know why he's sporting the white. He's kind of looking like what's his face from 7. He was a new character. Claudio, thank you. He's definitely looking like Claudio more than anything. I'd rather see him in the red and black, but it could be a story behind it, maybe. Maybe he and Claudio join forces or something. I don't know. That could be why. And then that dash move that he did, that's definitely new. That like up shoulder check or whatever, the rising shoulder check. Where was it? It was like, was it here? It might have been. I think a dive kick is also new, but I could be wrong because I didn't play that much Lars in 7. But here for sure, boosh! Yeah, that dash attack is pretty, or upper shoulder attack thing is also new. And of course, again, this is the Rayjar, so. If Lars is back, right? Elisa has to be back in there too, at some point. We'll probably see Elisa for sure, because she's popular, and then waifu, robot waifu kind of stuff too. So.
In that scene, yeah. Lisa, then Xiaoyu and
Yeah.
Asuka, they'll have to make it.
I don't know, like I want to say Lily also, like with confidence, but I feel like if one of the girls is going to be like thrown into the DLC this time around, maybe Lily is probably going to be one of them. Cause I don't know like if she'll even serve a purpose for the main story, other than maybe like, I don't know, help financing Lars, right? Like a sponsor for Lars because she's rich.
Well, Lily is Asuka's, girlfriend.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Rival. Let's get out of the way, kids.
Rival, but I mean, it doesn't really
rival,
serve...
girlfriend, boyfriend.
Boyfriend, what the fuck? Anyway, I mean, well, that one's like more like it's more comedic than anything when it comes to that. I'm talking about like the overall sort of purpose that she serves, like other than her being rich and possibly being a sponsor for Lars's like army or whatever, or group, whatever. I don't see her serving any other purpose in the story, so maybe that's why I'll like more likely, if we're gonna go with that theory, that she'll be in the DLC lineup this time around. Even though she is pretty popular, I think still, I'm not sure. What I also wonder is, are they gonna do the thing where they'll speak their native language, right? Like, so is Lily gonna still speak French, since she's French, right? I guess, even though in 5 and whatever, and 6 also, she was very iconic with her English speaking voice. At least in my opinion, anyway. So I don't know. Maybe they'll go back, or they'll keep it as is. I don't know. But yeah, that is Lars for right now. There was, oops, what is this? Okay, anyway, there was one little note that I wanted to share from a tweet. So this is this is obviously a little outdated, because the unseen trailers now, right, is Jack 8 and June for the characters that are already like announced from that initial trailer, right? So we're still missing June, and we're still missing Jack 8 for right now. So, and then Lars was very recently announced, or shown in the trailer or whatever. So everyone else, Nina, Kazuya, Jin, Paul, Law, and then King, of course, have all been shown so far. So yep. Other than that, we're likely going to see just more characters, right? Like, just out of nowhere ish. Like you said, like Xiaoyu definitely will show up. Asuka will likely show up because she is a Kazama, so definitely has some ties, right? Some important ties. Xiaoyu is like Jin's one-sided girlfriend, or not girlfriend, but like, love interest, right? One-sided love interest. Yeah. And then Anna, just because she's a rival to Nina, and maybe she'll serve some sort of purpose, like she was hired by this guy or something, I don't know. And you have to remember that there's always a possibility for brand new characters for Tekken 8, right? Like there's always gonna be brand new characters for each iteration. So, and we'll see if the brand new characters from previous games were all gonna make it in here as well at some point. But yeah, again, this game is still looking good. Still excited for it, of course, myself. And can't wait to see Jack 8, man. He's gonna show up probably either sometime before Evo, it's out of nowhere, or they'll save him for Evo for some reason. I'm pretty sure they'll save June for Evo, because June is like probably like gonna be like a very important story character. So that's what they'll like, I don't know, hype it up at Evo Japan and all that stuff. And then Jack will just be announced in a standalone trailer, right? Because he's just a robot. But he's my robot, damn it. Be a big old robot. So
Jack's a DLC.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, he's still in the game.
I know.
Do I have to buy him? Yeah, but whatever.
Like, why you do this?
I know, right? It's just that like that little blow, right? That's that low blow. It's like, yeah, he's in the game, but gotta cough up the dough. get the Jack. But now he's gonna be a main character in launch roster for sure. Anyway, this guy says we should see them all before Evo Japan. We'll see. I mean,
it's like bold of you for that
yeah,
statement.
I know. maybe in 8 they'll like show off like the big story trailer or something. I don't know. Or for Evo Japan, they'll show the Tekken 8 big fucking story trailer or something. Maybe that's what's cooking. And then all the character trailers are just before Evo Japan, just cause, including June. Or right, because June is already known, right? Like everyone knows June is coming. They will show her in a standalone like sort of trailer, and then some of the new characters, right? Like some of the newer characters that haven't been announced yet, they'll show up at Evo Japan, maybe, right? So it'll be a better surprise, you know? Like, whoa, this person is back. Whoa, or whoa, who's this character? What the fuck? You know, that sort of thing.
Who's this character? Joker.
Yeah, Joker. Oh, you mean from Persona or Batman
No, from Persona, I'll be like, wait, why is he in here?
Oh god, it'd be so weird to see him in Unreal Engine. I'm so weird.
Yeah, that's why I'll be like, wait, why is he here? Why does he look like that? Get him out of here.
I mean, it is Namco. It is the Tekken team, so they'll make it work. You know, if anything, they'll just make him look like a little bit like Noctis. I don't know. They'll probably just like copy and paste Noctis's face, give him the Joker hair, and then the mask, and then that's it, right? Like that's totally how it works in development, right? That's totally how it works.
He's like, is this good enough?
Yes.
Good. We're good. Okay. They're just running.
Yeah. I definitely do not think was it Kazumi? Yeah. Kasumi or Kazumi, I think what her name was. Heihachi's first wife at least. Will definitely not show up, I think, because of story reasons. Although I could be wrong, because I don't know if necessarily she died, or I forget, man. It's been a while. If she died herself, or I don't know, she just walked off and said "fuck this" or something. I don't know.
She died it.
She died it.
Did it.
Yeah, she did it. Yeah. Why is there like 2 Junes? What the fuck? It was kind of weird. It's so weird. Anyway, Christy.
She's been missing.
She's been missing, yeah, since was it? Yeah, this is just 7, right? Because I think she showed up in 6.
Yeah, she was in 6.
Yeah.
How do I know? It's because every time I chose this Christy outfit that my friend made for me, it would freeze the game because there was too much shit on her.
Oh wow, that's weird. Is it a mod or is it like a PC mod?
No, it was on the
PlayStation
360
or 360. Okay.
But I don't know what stuff was on that costume, because even if they went to like the costume creator to try and change it, it also there would freeze the game. So I was like, Jesus.
It might. Oh, you know what? It might have been an early bug or something at the time. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, but no, I was like, what the hell did you make this Christy wear?
Yeah, the Tekken 6 had a fair share of bugs back in the day, I think. Anywho, we'll have to wait and see for the rest of the characters for 8. Because that's how many characters now that's been announced or whatever. Oh, let's just go back to here, of course. Let me see. So that's 8, right? It looks like it's 9. Excuse me, 9 characters. So maybe we'll see 9 more, and then that's like 18. That's a pretty decent number, right, for a launch roster. I forget how many were in 7 at launch, or at least for us anyway. Was it like 24 or 20-ish, 22? That I kind of forget. So, any other comments you want to throw in for Tekken 8 before we head on over to other stuff?
It was a good roster.
Yeah, for sure. You know what would be cool if they can give us like the Tekken 3 roster as like the launch roster, kind of almost ish, right? So you got Hrong and you got Yoshimitsu, you got Paul Law, right? Blah blah blah, or rather Forrest in that game, but Marshall will be that sort of reference, right? And then Xiao Yu, maybe even Ogre. They can throw in Ogre, even though that doesn't. I don't think it makes sense, but we'll see.
Ogre,
and then who else? Nina was in there. Eddie is in there in 3. I'm trying to like really pull my memory bank on this one. Brian, Lei Wulong. Oh yeah, I hope he makes it into the launch roster, man. He kind of got the DLC treatment, so the Jackie Chan dude, so who else am I possibly missing? I think that's all the basic gist of it. Yeah, King is in there, of course. Jin, of course. Yeah, I mean that's the basic gist of it. So, Ganyu. I mean, now Ganyu wasn't in 3, but that'd be pretty funny. Ganyu, excuse me. Ganyu. Not Ganyu. Ganyu's the waifu from Genshin. Ganyu is the sumo wrestler for Tekken. Will he make it in there as main? I don't know. We'll again have to wait and see. Okay. I think we can definitely move on from there. More fighting game stuff. Let's go. We got some stuff for KOF. Hello, our old friend, KOF 15, with the trailer of the beloved return of Kim Kapwhan. Finally, he made it into the game. So let's fire up this trailer. The Kickmaster is back.
Whoosh.
That's Kim for you.
His level 1 attack was so funny.
Which one?
It was like earlier in the trailer.
Yeah. We got the extra costume, which is the classic costume That's definitely the Kim that I know from at least CVS 2, because it's kind of where I was fully introduced to Kim. And then there's one more thing. His fucking face is like, I don't know, like, if she's giving the look for, like, I mean, she wants Kim a little more, because Luong is, I believe, the wife of his master. I forget his name, but yeah, his Taekwondo master. He was also in the game at some point. He's like the old veteran, old man character kind of type or archetype. So, I don't know, man. Does she have a thing for for Kim? Like, uh-oh. Or, you know, he's kind of having that expression because he's thinking about Luong and his master, you know, like some other stuff, right? So, because he said like you should spend some time alone together at a sunny resort, you know, that's not that sort of thing. But anyway, any comment you want to throw out before we deep dive into some of his moves anyway?
Nope. Let's begin.
All right, let's go skim through his moves. So you said his level 1, which one you were referring to? Was it like the very beginning or?
Yeah, it was like the very beginning where he was like on one side of the screen and then he just demon dash towards.
Oh yeah, no, that's it, right there. I see what you're talking about. That's a classic. That's I definitely know that.
The way it looks,
it
looks so swoosh.
Yeah, he's like Akuma, right? But faster.
Akuma or Akuma?
Akuma. Akuna Matata. Yeah, that's classic Kim. He's got that ridiculous long distance super ever since at least from CVS 2. That could have been like a 90 something KOF game or something. I forget. But anyway, it's classic Kim. I mean, I feel like most of his moves are there, at least. I could be wrong. You know, all the Kim experts could definitely say of how old or intact he is, whatever. Yep, you got that big ass kick as always, and then I think it's like his big super is a little bit tweaked, but nonetheless, like it's Kim Kapwhan, so nothing out of the ordinary seems like. There's his new outfit. It's very like, you know, straightforward. You know, nothing too much to say, and then you got the classic, right? So that's pretty nice. Now, I'm kind of a little disappointed because they didn't show off his pants, right? Like they didn't like let him go into his like idol pose or whatever, so you don't get to see his like pants, you know, ruffle around as previous games. You know, the meme, right? His pants has to be super animated, you know. It kind of jiggles a little bit or ruffles a little bit when he's walking a little bit. But right there when he kicks, I'm very disappointed. It looks pretty stiff. It's not like or anything like that. Like all crazy like or whatever. It's like somewhat animated. Kunihiro Kawamoto is voicing Kim, and that's funny because this voice actor has also voiced Kenshiro in the Arxis Fist of the North Star game from a long time ago. So that's why he can kind of he seems like he's experienced with the whole like you know sound and stuff. So he's no stranger to those sort of sounds. A fun little tidbit there. But yeah, nothing too much else to say other than seems like his like story is gonna be a little more comedic this time around. I don't know if he's always been a serious character or not when it comes to lore, but it seems like his story this time around is definitely more on that comedic side. Anywho, If you don't have anything else to say, I think we can definitely move on to the last bit of the fighting game stuff. And that is the match, the developer footage of Lily versus E Honda. Did you see this at all, or?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay. What did you think of Lily so far?
Needs more win.
Needs more win.
And more ego.
I think Honda looks pretty scary, man. More than anything.
I mean, he has the Kabuki paint job.
Yeah. I mean, gameplay wise, I'm referring to, but yes.
And also, he has Praise the Sun, so.
He has Praise the Sun. That's kind of like from his V trick or his V skill, excuse me, from 5. They just made up it. They just put it into his kit. Yeah,
come here.
You got the butt slam.
Sit on your ass.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Look at the expression too, like visually, like. You got the.
They had fun with this.
For sure.
Because from what I remember, past facial expression for E Honda was just comical. Now it's actually like he's serious.
Like you can definitely see that it's more. He's going more for like a scary kabuki sort of look.
Yeah.
Rather than a generic angry look. You got the spinning attack. They both have some sort of stacking mechanic, which is funny because you can see their like stacks. Well, Honda has one stack, and then Lily you can like stack it as much as you want. I guess looks like with the one.
I kind of wish when Lily did her level 1 stuff.
Yeah.
Because she's spinning around super fast, right?
Yeah.
Or around the opponent. I wish it left the marks there.
Oh, on the ground, you mean, or something?
Yeah, like a visual, like you know.
Yeah, like a trail or something.
Yeah, instead of like it's there and then once the super.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll like kind of strain the game a little bit. Maybe in
that's poor people talk.
Maybe in well, if you wanna make some complaints at the tournaments, you know, because the game is crashing because of that. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and fucking take all those complaints. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm not the one. I'm not the one dealing with them. If that's your idea. Anyway.
Poor people.
Anyway, I feel like Tekken could handle it better, or Soul Calibur could handle it a little better. But I think even then, like, yeah, it's a visual, like, cool little detail, but it's a little much, I think. But yeah, I think even though like Honda loses this match here overall, like he's still looking scary. And then Lily, they kind of just show her like basic stuff, but she has some interesting things, including the stacking and then the dashing and then all the combos that she did, like the distance she can cover. She's like mid-range, you know. Other than her dash, of course.
Now, you see, I wish it wasn't his regular level 3. I wish it was the critical art. We just see him, like, torpedoing towards her. And so we can get her reaction like, holy shit.
I believe this is her, her critical or whatever, right? Her big critical art or whatever, right? Because her health was low, I think.
I thought her critical was the one she fucks it up and then she falls
right, that's right. She fucks it up. Yeah, that's right. Okay, maybe it's not low enough then. I guess it has to be really low then. Jesus. Okay.
I did it, Papa.
Yep.
And then you just see her. And why? Why you do this, Capcom? Why you cut the victory screen so early?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then we gotta see this shit, right, with Luke on the cover of all people, doing the Popeye stink eye, like you know, Popeye the Sailor Man, just give him the pipe and the fucking can of spinach just getting crushed in the little sailor hat.
Sorry, I really don't like the splash art for for 6. I wish it was something else.
Yeah.
To me,
yeah.
I kind of like the spray paint idea. So why couldn't we just have like a wall and then it was just graffitied?
Yeah. No, that's definitely
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, plenty of other better ideas than this.
Like that would be. I mean, it might not appeal for a lot of people, but for me, since I also kind of like street art and stuff, that would be like, wow, thank you.
Yeah,
street that.
Yeah, Street Fighter. I mean, hello. Street art.
But still,
yeah.
Just seeing him there is like, why?
It's so odd. Oh. It's so odd.
He's the new poster boy for Street Fighter now.
Okay, no, so I mean, if he was like holding a can of spray paint and then spray like like in the wall like with the paint like kind of dripping still and stuff, but that's at least that has more character, right? But this is just Luke just going the freaking weird stink.
Well, see, when you see it like that, if it's a character holding spray bottle, then it should be what's her name?
Kimberly.
Not you. Yeah, Kimberly.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but he's the poster boy, so whatever. Yeah, like, kind of meet the middle ground or whatever. So, like, at least have him do something more interesting than other than the stink guy or whatever. Like, I don't know. Anything is better than this. Like, what the fuck? It's so weird. This is the cover. This is the digital art cover for Street Fighter 6 of all things, right? Like of all the ideas they went with this one, like I'm still like kind of like bewildered by it. I'm like, what?
See, you're like Keanu Reeves right now.
Whoa. No, not whoa. No, whoa. Like I'm like, huh?
Huh? So you're Samuel Jackson right now.
I'm
make a big
I'm ready to be like, I want this motherfucking cover art off of this motherfucking PlayStation store. Anyway, but yeah, back to the subject of the video here. I think both characters are looking to say the least interesting, but I do want to play Honda more this time around. I don't know, he just looks cool, he looks interesting, he looks scary. Looks like he's gonna be just a fun character to play as a charge character, right? So
that's the thing too. I was trying to see in this video, like, he does have his charge moves, but his what's it called, 1000 slap, sumo slap?
Oh yeah, the 100 slap, yeah, hand slap.
That's the part where I'm going like, please let it be, like a rapid button.
It's always been a rapid button input.
You say that, but remember, they took that away for Chun-Li.
I mean, they didn't do that for Honda in 5, so I don't see the reason why.
That's the thing I hated what they did with Chun-Li is like, now it's a...
I think it makes more sense with Chun-Li though, because a lot of her moves, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say the same for Honda because a lot of his moves are punch buttons, but Chun-Li, I think a lot of people complain about Chun-Li for some reason whenever they try to do some like certain combos, but instead of like this move, the 100 kicks or lightning legs came out more than anything. Or I don't know what I forget the big reason behind it, but it was said back in the day, but no one complained about Honda, so I guess they kept the 100 hand slap thing input. Maybe it just didn't work for kicks. I don't know. I mean, the game plan is definitely different for Honda and Chun-Li, so maybe that's why they wanted the lightning leg input to be changed. I don't know. Maybe she's just that more popular. I mean, I don't know. That's why. That could make sense. I don't know. But anyway, I do want to try E-Honda for sure, at least. I don't know he'll be my main or go-to or whatever. But to say the least, I do want to try him out. So, any other comment for Lily and or E Honda, Edmund Honda?
More.
More? You want to see more? Yeah, of course. I feel like actually
Also,
she actually has some decent mid pokes. It looks like. Sorry, go ahead.
I do want to see one move of Lily, just like she just chucks her weapons at you.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll definitely be more of like a Shoto kind of character, right, with the fireball checks and stuff. Oh yeah, I like how people were commenting the very beginning. Here we go. Because there was a trade, yeah, right there, the trade in the beginning. So it kind of shows you like no move has priority over the other. So at least his headbutt and her dash attack or whatever have equal priority for this case. So I thought that was pretty funny. Just boosh. They're both counter hits, of course. So it's like a
yeah.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so that's I think that's I mean that's all I have to say. I mean, more it's looking pretty good, I'd say, for Street Fighter 6. If you don't have any more comments, that is it for the fighting game stuff. So I think we're good, right? So let's go right into the frontline side of things. Unfortunately, this is going to be more on the sad side of things. Very, very out of nowhere, right? Out of left field, Lance Reddick has passed away. So very, very sad news. It just came out of nowhere, like very unexpected. I literally woke up and that was the first thing I saw on my Twitter. Like, boom! I'm like I was waking up, right? I was just I was like, what is this real? You know, like that moment, I was just like, what the hell? Like I had a genuine like sort of like surprise. I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's terrible, man. Terrible, tragic loss of who had definitely like the chops and everything, right? Like he was like he was like getting up there, right? I think he was always like kind of like in the what's the phrase or what's the term, like the limelight, right? Or like in the dimmer side of the.
He was gaining traction.
He was getting traction, yeah, exactly. He's been around for a lot of side roles, right? I mean, he was on The Wire, and then he had a role in Destiny. He was Commander Navala, I believe, for Destiny, and then of course he was the I forget the term for it, but he's the concierge or whatever in the John Wick. You know, the dude at the hotel, right? It's like he's always like at the front desk, you know, giving
which now since you spoke about John Wick. John Wick 4 is out, everyone. So this is the last movie technically he's in.
Yeah, posthumously, right? So yeah, it's sad, man. I mean, I really like him, right? Like I was really into his like his like sort of his overall like persona or like his vibe and everything. Like he's just really cool. He seemed like a really cool dude. But yeah, I mean, he just passed away.
He had that voice.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he played Destiny too, like on the regular too. So like whenever he could, he like showed out his like loadouts and everything. His Twitter was like, from time to time had some Destiny stuff on it too. So he was into the Destiny. So he was quite the gamer. Himself. So that side of him was awesome, and all that in between. Yeah, he was taken away very so soon. It's so tragic. Like it's at 60, man. It's really sad to like just have that happen like that. It's out of nowhere. It really goes to show that just stuff just out of nowhere can just happen like this, man. To like just anyone, and I don't think there was anything like of how he passed or something like that. It just said natural causes. That's like the the big sort of like takeaway from it, I guess. There was nothing like, there's no like cancer or illness or nothing like ever mentioned, just natural causes, I guess. So I don't know, man. It's just it's really weird, you know, like right away. By the way, he did great work. I remember like one of his last projects was the Resident Evil stuff, and for what it is, I mean, people talk good about him, like his side of the role, you know, of being Wesker, right? Like people talk good about him.
Whiskers.
Yeah, Wesker. He, you know, when he donned the Wesker costume, people were calling him like Blade. It's because he did look like Blade. You know, can't be helped. But other than that, he was like the highlight of the show. You know, it really goes to show that he had it going, right? He had the potential to be the next big star, kind of thing, and he even appeared in Godzilla versus Kong, but he only was in there for like a little bit, which is like, I think, robbery. You know, he was like a general too, but they didn't show him too much, and I was just like, oh man, I wish they give him more of a role than anything. Whenever he was on the screen, he was awesome. You know, he's just one of those actors. Just had that charisma, or the Riz, as people say today. He was in also like I think my first introduction to Reddick was the YouTube video, and it's an old YouTube video about him. You know, like his character, like he plays like a store manager, and you know he's like, toys are me. You know, that's the quote, right? When he was like doing push-ups at the end or something, like he's like that crazy like store manager who runs his toy store. Is so funny. It's a YouTube classic, I think. If you look it up, I think it's like it's like some that'll like pop up right away on YouTube at least. But yeah, it just sucks. Did you want to say anything for Mr. Reddick over here?
Well, speaking of Disney, so there were a lot of pictures from his passing. All the Disney players hold a gathering around his character.
Yeah.
And then for some people on the internet were saying like, thank you for these characters that you created and stuff. Someone made like a collage of all the characters he played, and there was one character that was missing out of all of that, and it was Wesker, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I know Resident Evil wasn't that good, but shit.
I mean, it can't be helped. It wasn't exactly like a big hit, but whenever he was on the screen, that's like the highlight, right? Like you want to keep seeing him. That's the kind of actor he was, or that's the kind of person he was on the screen,
I mean, it was also funny, like someone was like, they posted a video of him when he was on what was that Adult Swim?
Eric Andre was it? Or
yeah, the Eric Andre show. That someone put like, this legit scared Eric Andre, because I think I didn't see the video because watching the video at work and put it on mute. All I remember was Lance kind of getting mad at Eric, and he slams his fist on the table and it broke.
Oh,
and just stormed off. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that was acting or fake. I think that was truly like,
yeah, but he could be that good, man. He's a great actor,
I know.
After all. So,
but still, I was like, yeah, I'll be shitting my pants.
Didn't he like rip his shirt or something? He was shirtless and on that show. He was ripped. He was like he was in great shape too. Like, so all this stuff is like all the more like just surprising. I'm like, just damn, man, the guy was in shape, great actor. I'm sure he's a great person. He's a gamer, all that stuff. Like, man, it really is. It just sucks, that this stuff happens to even like the good people and stuff like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything other comment or okay?
No more sadness.
Yeah, you know, I just wanted to put this stuff out there, like with all the like statements that other companies were, you know, just honoring him and stuff like that, like including Bungie, of course, because that's Destiny, of course. You know, they just had they saw his dedication to his work and stuff like that. You know, rest in peace, all that stuff. From Bungie, there's also word from Keanu Reeves, of course, and also and the director for the John Wick movies, Chaz Stahelski. You know, just sad that they lost such a, you know, great colleague and friend. HBO even said something, right? Because he had a role in The Wire, like I said. Paying their respects, and of course his wife put out a statement on his Twitter account. So, you know, again, like we lost such a legend, or at least but yeah, I mean, I think at this point he is a legend amongst you know, the entertainment industry. So, damn, man, it's a pretty tough loss on that side of things. Such a talented person, and I think, and you know, again, it just goes to show that you know, life is just full of this sort of stuff, and it just even happens to the people that you really are attached to or you look up to. You know, just, you know, it's just one day they could just be gone just like that, man. Just, you know, that's what life is, man. And yeah, on his Twitter account, see, he just posts stuff on just random videos. He even of course he puts videos of his dogs, right? Like, you know, he loves his dogs, right? You know, ugh, all the more sad, man. And just, yeah, I'm just going through his Twitter, sorry, but like, such a great actor for sure. So may you rest in peace, man. And thank you for everything you've done. And you know, deepest condolences to all his family and friends. Just man, I'm sure they took it so hard, because it's just out of nowhere, seemed like. Maybe there's something that they knew that not everyone else knew. I don't know. But let's leave it at that. All we can do is just honor Lance Reddick for his work. And for sure, I will definitely catch John Wick Chapter 4 for sure whenever I can. So, again, he was a great... He has such a... He has great presence in that movie too, especially. So, he's a really cool character. And Reddick definitely made that work for sure. Okay, well, more on the frontline side of things. More tragic stuff for sure. In a sense, but more directly on the game. Remember we were talking about Symbiogensis. So this is a chart that somebody made based off of the main website, right? So if you think this visual chart is like, oh, it's fake, whatever, like this is something someone put together. No, this is straight from the website, right, of how the game works. So if you want to read word for word, you can go through all this stuff all you want, but this is the easier way to look at things. And even then, I'm like, kind of like, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much going on. Because look at this stuff, right? Like all the steps and stuff like that too. Like, oh, you do the story, and then when you get to a certain point, you earn the right to unlock the NFT. Because this is an NFT game from Square Enix, and so once you get the NFT, yeah, it says like obtain the participation right for world mission. You sell the NFT and you get revenue, and then rinse and repeat, I guess, right? So, that's just kind of how it works. And look at the wording, right? Like it says mechanism to control NFT selling pressure. You know, Like, it just really goes to show of what they're really trying to do with this platform here, and it's just to make money. It's just there to solely make money. Uh, for this godforsaken product. And if you look off to the side, it says playing advantage for a character NFT holders, buying pressure from players who want to participate in the world mission, blah, blah, blah. Again, you can read all about it on the main website if you really want to see if it's legit or not, whatever. But yeah, it pretty much sums up what you're really doing, right, in this game. And if you think, oh, well, shouldn't we wait until the game comes out, see what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. Well, you kind of get a big hint of what the game looks like. Because remember, the game is like, oh, we're going to have 10,000 characters with unique designs and stuff like that. Look at this. Right? This is it. This, like, look at that. You see this? You see this, Zawa? There's another one. And then look at this one. This is
Oh, so is it just the accessories they're wearing? Because all I'm seeing is the same character.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Like it this is it. Like, this is the character design that they've both been boasting about. Oh, 10,000 characters with unique whatever the fuck, right? Unique designs. Like, look at this. Look, they're wearing the same fucking hat, you know, and then the one the center left is like, it's just a different colored hat. And look at the center right dude. Look at where his hair is, right? You can it's just like it's just a hat plopped over his head. It's not even like he's not even wearing the hat. It's like just plopped over his head. Same with the girl. You can definitely see her like hair outline and stuff. And look at the headphones on this guy, right? On the very left. It's just plopped on there. It's just plopped on there. This is what we're potentially heading to. If somehow the NFT shit took off. Yeah, this is all coming from Lady Emily or the Great Cheshire on Twitter. So thank you for the notes and all that stuff and condensing the notes. First off, yeah, this is pretty much a sneak peek of like the map and everything that we saw from the trailers and all that stuff. Like I just feel like it's gonna be images of the game, like I said before. Look at that. It's the same exact face. Like, it's like literally just like an algorithm, just like pulling different shit and just plastering all together to make different characters. With like what? Different enough combinations to make 10,000, I guess. They all have the same face. Oh man. What do you make of that, man? Normies. I love the random words. Normies. Yeah, anything you got? Any comment?
Who was the one in Square saying that, yeah, this is a great idea?
Well, I mean, the CEO, right? For sure, one of them. And all the other members of the board, I guess. Yeah, they're like background characters at best. And I think even then, that's an insult to background characters. Dude, like, man. This is coming from Square Enix too. Like, this is the same company that released fucking Final Fantasy, some of the greatest video games of all time, you know, for at least for JRPGs. And this is what they're potentially heading to. Like, please stop. This is not gonna fucking take.
Stop it.
Just stop.
Get some help.
Yeah, get some help. Just stop. All you're doing is making a like an eBay for like digital shit for something that you can't even touch. And all you're doing is just selling shit back and forth. It's like stocks. It's like that's just what it is. It's just digital stocks to game that you can potentially earn real money, I guess. But all they see is just money because they get a percentage every time a purchase is made. So, like, where's the value coming from? Like, how does this even work? Like, I mean, you could say the same for stocks, but at least you can kind of get an idea of how stocks kind of work, right? Like, you know, whenever people invest money into a company, right? That's how it kind of works. You kind of get an idea, right? In real life, like, you know, with companies, whenever, you know, you have projects and you have products that they're making, right? You see the worth in that company, so you put money in that company, you know, right? But what about this? Like, what is of this, right? Like, what of it, right? Like, where's that value going to be coming from? How are these characters like valuable or worth anything? What are they gonna do? They just look like worse than NPCs. It's just recycled shit. How are you gonna sell this back and forth? How is it gonna even like all function? And then even then, like, oh, go ahead.
As you were saying, this is like all digital, like digital shit. So like digital accessories and shit. What are the cautions or the precautions and shit to make sure no one can just hack in and just take your shit, you know?
Exactly. That's another yeah, great point. I mean, we kind of talked about with, like, you know, Dr. Disrespect's game, you know, the NFT shooting, the survival shooting game or whatever, right? Like the Tarkov like game that's potentially going to be released. Like how like if we're already getting hackers as is, right, with those games, what makes you think that's not going to happen here, right? When it comes to real money, when real money is involved, what makes you think that's not going to happen, right? So that's another thing about it too. Even if you do try to participate legitimately, you're just going to get hacked out the ass and just lose all your time and effort and to try to make money out of it, you know? Yeah, like it's all pointless. It's all pointless. It's just a scam. It's just, you know, it's always been. And they're just trying to make something worth out of nothing. You know what I mean? They're just trying to make money out of potentially nothing. It's just something for companies to make money altogether. You know, this is how they're using NFTs and blockchains and all that shit for right now, is just to make money. In this sort of rather nefarious way. So, I mean, like you said, like people are just gonna hack their way to get this stuff. I'm pretty sure. All for what? Stuff that's worthless in the end. Just digital shit. You know? What are you gonna use it for? I don't know, like a profile picture. like I said, like I can totally just go on Google Images and just take a image, even cooler image than this. I don't want any of this as my profile picture. Like, what the fuck is this? The fuck is all this shit?
We gotta have that meme again. You know, like the Twitter. Hey yo, this motherfucker paid for Twitter Blue. Hey yo, this fucker is playing
Symbiogensis.
Square
yeah. I hope this is a trend that dies eventually. But there's so many, like, oh man, there's a couple of other NFT shit that's coming up here, I think so. But anyway, this is just so stupid. It's all I can simply put. Oh man. Okay. Any other comments that you wanted to throw in there, or? You good?
No.
Okay. All right. Again, thank you. Thank you, Great Cheshire, for the notes. Very easy to digest, to understand how this works. Sorry, were you gonna say something, or?
I want to destroy NFTs already.
Yeah. It seems like, it's Pandora's box. It's been open already and it's been unleashed. There's no way to close it back in, Just like here with AI technology, right? With Ubisoft, there is potentially another shitty thing that could happen with another tech trend related thing here with gaming also. Let's fire up this video, because I'm sure you'll get a kick out of this too. From Ubisoft.
The chatter of crowds and triggered NPC lines, known as sparks, are essential to player immersion.
Ubisoft's
And behind every line of speech is a narrative team that writes it. Ghostwriter is an in-house AI tool created by Ubisoft.
There you go.
It helps
I forgot to turn on my camera.
and scriptwriters
my other camera.
Generate a first draft of these sparks. Scriptwriters first create a character and a variable input, an event or situation for a character to experience. Ghostwriter can then generate new versions of the line depending on the mode selected. These modes vary in style depending on the needs of the scriptwriter. The scriptwriter selects the lines to keep and edits them freely until they're ready for voice recording. When scriptwriters accept or regenerate line options, the machine learning model learns from each selection, effectively creating a more accurate tool with use. Ghostwriter was created hand in hand with narrative teams to help them complete a repetitive task more quickly and effectively, giving them more time and creative freedom to work on the game's narrative, characters, and cutscenes.
I missed you, brother.
And ensuring players encounter NPCs that are interesting, consistent, and just chatty enough.
I love the jobs.com or jobsubisoft.com thing at the end. It's just so ironic. This is so ironic, right? Like, what do you make of this? What do you make of that, Zawa? What is your takeaway from this? Just from looking at this video.
Looking and hearing, Ubisoft is lazy as fuck.
So
we don't want to write stories anymore. We're gonna have an algorithm do it. Is it gonna have proper sentence structure, punctuations, emotion behind it? Fuck no.
Okay, so to correct some things, right? Obviously, AI assisted in technology does have its place, right? There is good to come out from AI assisted technology. But when you have AI that's potentially going to be the main driver for this type of stuff, that is where we lose all that creativity and just the passion and just, the flair and everything. Like I've been saying with, with all this AI crap, right? Like we talked about with the AI voice acting, right? We've looked at that JoJo video last time, and it just lacks that finesse, the flavor, right? It all just comes off as very manufactured. It just doesn't feel like anything near what we see today with actual people behind it, right? And of course, in this video, they try to sell it off as like an assisting tool, like, right, like. They try to say like it's like, the AI will cover just like the basic stories of like what you see like in the like side quests and stuff like that. They'll do the side quests for these writers so that the script writers can focus on the important stuff, right? Like that, like pretty much like what the video said. But overall, like this is like potential for just to replace over time, like replace the main writers, right, to do all the writing, and so that way you don't have to pay for people to write your stories and stuff like that, and all and stuff in between. But for right now, obviously, this is just like it looks like it's an assist tool kind of thing, but that's what they're trying to sell it as. And even so, right? Like even so, I mean, first off, this is called Ghostwriter. This is the program that they're dubbing it as. It's a AI ghostwriter. And of course, the main objective is to try to help save some work and alleviate some of the hard work for the script writers, right? Obviously the human script writers. But even then, even with the concepts, right, being I guess ideal on paper, Alana Pierce has something to say about it as a writer herself for video games. So hold on, let me bring it up here. She has something to say about it. So she says, as a writer, having to edit AI-generated scripts / dialogue sounds far more time-consuming than just writing my own temp lines. I would far prefer AAA studios use whatever budget it costs to make tools like this to instead hire more writers. So, yeah.
It's just hurting me hearing more and more studios just hiding behind. Just say you're lazy already, studios. Just say it.
Yeah. But they're not gonna say it, obviously. But yeah, it pretty much is saying, yeah, they're trying to like really cut corners just to make more money. Try to squeeze out that profit, right? That sweet profit. And man, Ubisoft is just really going the distance, huh?
They're trying to take away the crown of worst game company ever from EA.
Yeah, like it seems like EA really isn't like that anymore for right now. I mean, it's just kind of like just like other companies just being as worse as EA in their own way, in their own sort of degree. Yeah, so even with the idea of AI assisted writing, like it has its problems, right? You still have to edit, you still have to proofread it, you still have to go through the processes and stuff like that. It's just like I don't know, man. It's not gonna work. All for what, right? Like, just to save a couple of hundreds of dollars or whatever, hiring workers and maintaining your workers and stuff like that, like with all the healthcare and all that stuff, right? Like, I think even then, like, you still have to hire people to make sure the AI works. So you still have to hire people. So it's like no point. I don't think there's any point to that. Maybe a fewer people, sure, but you still have to hire like, senior technicians to make sure the AI works. We're definitely still not there, with AI like self-aware and all that blah blah blah, like being able to repair itself and that's all that jazz. Like, we're not there, and it's just like it's just a bad look, and all that. Like okay, like when it comes to like, if you're still writing and then you have an AI to do some things, okay, I'm not gonna like hark on that. But like when it comes to the AI doing like the main stuff, like I said, that's where the problem lies, because we lose that creativity and stuff. A lot of editing tools have AI assist or AI power stuff more and more, right? I know Final Cut has like a AI generated, like not generated, it uses the technology in today's computers to help, noise cancel some things in your voice or stuff like that, right? But at least it's still your voice, right? It's still you working behind that. There's still you working on it, right? So that's okay in my book anyway. As long as you're doing something, you're still using your hands, you're still using, whatever, right? It's your voice, blah blah blah. But like if you're it, of course, if it's all driven by AI, that's where the problem lies. And so AI assisted tools, that's okay, but if it's AI driven projects, no. And we're seeing more and more stuff potentially popping up, right, with Symbiogensis, like we just talked about not too long ago. Like all this crap is just no, we don't want any of this crap. And yet companies are just like, nope, this is what you want, right? This is great. This is gonna be a great way for people to consume all this stuff. No, it's just a great way for you to potentially make all that money, potentially. But if no one's gonna be behind it, it's like, what's the point? You're not gonna have the audience to maintain that. There's no point to it. It sucks. The product is dry, it's manufactured, it's just like, well, it's robotic. We don't want any of that crap. What do you know? Man, isn't that hard to put together, right? When robots make something, it comes out robotic. Wow. Who would have thought? Mind blown.
Like, I could understand if they were using the Ghostwriter as a helping tool to edit, dialogue. Because, nowadays, the dialogue is getting better, but remember, back then, dialogues were, like, cringy as fuck.
I mean, yeah, that's on the writing side. That's the writing side of things. But, yeah, I get your point.
But to just have a full-on... Well, what we're trying to say, our viewers and listeners, this is... You're just showing that you have no passion whatsoever behind your fucking product already.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to do like, okay, here, next, next, wait, NFT, get next.
Yeah. They're just doing that corporate thing. They try to sell this thing as being helpful, blah, blah, all this stuff. But you know what they're going to do behind this, right? Like, what their real objective is to steer in that direction of, like, AI-produced products. Look at the dislikes, right? Obviously, no one wants this, right? Nobody wants this. This is like what, like 80% dislikes, 20% at best. Not even. It looks like 90 almost. What's like some of the top comments? This will definitely save scriptwriters time, which most of them will need to find another job. Ubisoft truly cares about their stock price. Yeah. Wow, a tool to help Ubisoft writing even worse than it already is. What an incredible innovation, right? A wonderful way to make your game world feel robotic and soulless, right? The uninterrupted string of bad decisions Ubisoft has made is impressive at this point. Oh man, yeah, you can definitely see already like how people feel about this shit. Oh man, it's god damn it, that the website like address here, like jobs.ubisoft.com, all that crap is like, it's just so ironic because like you're making a product to potentially take away jobs from the people, right? So it's just sad of where we're going with this crap. It really is. Like, yeah, it's funny, but it's also sad. of where we're at today, man. 15, like, at least years ago, man, when we were kids, it's just like, this is like crap that we never ever thought would be a thing. You know, we never worried about this whole crap. It was all about like just enjoying stuff, you know, and you had nothing to worry about. We thought nothing of it. It was just like people making products. We buy that product and we actually enjoyed it for the most part. Was there crap along the way? Yeah, but it was fun. It was funny to make fun of it, right? We all had a good time for the most part. And then all this like tech crap, and then over time, it's just like it definitely has tainted those waters over time. Ever since, I would say, starting from 18-ish, right? 2018. You know? Stuff that, you know, like back when you can buy an entire fucking meal for your family for $20, you know, like at McDonald's or whatever. Like you've kind of been saying, like those times, man, we had nothing to worry about. Now, this crap. Jesus, man. All right. Anyway, that's all I got for this bit of news right here for AI shit. Well, speaking of companies doing more unfortunate stuff, Twitch has laid off 400 people, over 400 people, and then on top of that, the CEO has stepped down from Twitch. Now that same CEO is still there, but he'll just be like an advisory person for the next sort of generation of Twitch staff. Co-founder Mitch Shear has stepped down after 16 years. So I believe this is because, remember when, of course, pandemic happened 3 years ago at this point, which is crazy. But they took on a lot of people because, streaming was really big around that time because we were inside. We were indoors, right? So they thought hiring a lot of people would make sense in this climate, and, which was like, I guess, over 400 people. That's crazy, right? But now that the pandemic is like, it's not over, but definitely like, it's kind of dwindling in a way, but it's still there. Don't just remember that. They don't need this many workers, and they're trying to cut costs and stuff like that. Remember, like just like any other company is doing to squeeze out any profit. And then they're just now just laying off these workers, man. So all I can say is that I hope for the best for the workers to find their jobs, right? Their next job as quickly as possible, and hopefully Twitch gave them a reasonable severance package of sorts. I hope. What do you think of this?
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just Jesus Christ. What's happening, kids?
Yeah. Yeah, Twitch has been sort of the subject of like whenever you hear Twitch, it's like, oh god, it's another bad thing, right?
I know, it's like, oh god, what happened now?
Yeah, I know, right? Like it's always been like that for like these past years. It's so sad. Again,
it's kind of like the analogy I'm trying to go for. It's like you're the parent and you're at home, then all of a sudden it's like Twitch is your kid, and then it's like, Twitch is something bad. Getting that call from school is like,
oh
Jesus, there's now what?
Yeah, I know.
What did they do? What? They punched little Timmy in the face again? What?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's just the kind of state it's in. You just kind of expect for Twitch to be in another bad side of the news, when it comes to just I guess gaming. But yeah, I mean, it's just I just hope that like this is like I mean, I guess I can't hold my breath on it, but like hopefully with new leadership, we're gonna see new good things coming out from this. But again, whenever you hear that name Twitch on Twitter or just news, right? Oh God, what's happened now, right? You know, another bad thing, right? More useless ideas.
I'll say my little head is going like, okay, so the CEO stepped down. Does that mean we can get what's it called? Not strike from the MCA now?
Oh yeah.
Can we actually get a better CEO that would like push for like, hey, this DMCA shit has gone far enough, you know, like shit.
Yeah, same with the policies, man. The whole like terms of the TOS stuff, like, oh, you know, this girl who was fornicated on stream was only banned for like what
on live
live stream was only banned for like at most a week at most, and then this like random small streamer who like just didn't do anything wrong gets banned for like 2 or 3 or even like even years, right?
It's like, wow, you can have sex on Twitch and they slap you on the hand. You actually say the N word, you're banned for life.
Yeah, right. Like even if it was like by accident or like there's some form of context, right? Like, oh, you know.
Or what was it? Didn't someone try to get Asmongold banned? But
right.
He didn't say anything.
Right.
It was like his chat log
the
in-game was
the in-game chat from what was it, Diablo
like,
Immortal or something like that.
It was either Diablo or World of Warcraft. Like they were just saying obscure shit, and it was like, "Oh, you're banned." It's like, "What did I do?" Oh, because your in-game chat said this. It's like you have no damn control over that.
Yeah. Like you like, and of course this is Asmongold, so I think he got relieved really quickly. But imagine this happening with like a small streamer. Like how long is that gonna take, right? Who knows? So that stuff has to really get ironed out, like to say the least. There's a lot of work to be done. And not to mention like all the ads, right? Like how the ads are distributed is ridiculous, man. It's so bad. It's so bad right now on Twitch, you know? It's so hard for like small streamers to get it going because all those stupid like unskippable unskippable ads that just pop up on small streamers as well as the big streamers, right? So and it's all happening on pre-roll, right? This is before you get to even watch them. So it's like, oh, ads, I'm gonna go to my go-to streamer that I'm subscribed to. You know, I don't want to go through all this shit again, unfortunately. But it's like it just really makes it hard for small streamers to really get it going just because of all this crap. And of course, you know, they force more ads from the big streamers, right? Because of the whole like split revenue thing being lowered, right? 50-50, right? You know, it's they take more of a cut. So even though this is the biggest platform, in a way you could see it as like the smallest profit or smallest way to make money in a way, right? Because YouTube doesn't do this. Even the new platform Kick, I forget his name, who started, but Kick has like a 90-10 split. It's like, it's crazy. So, sure, Kick isn't like big right now, but it just goes to show of what the degree of what Twitch is doing is just like not the way, you know. This is just like where it's at right now. It's just unbearable. It's such a mess and all in between. They need to get their heads straightened out, and they need to just get their shit sorted out to really, really like get it going again. You know, they need to like refine how, you know, discoverability works and all that stuff. But like the ads, man, they need to really, really do something about the ads. Like maybe like not have pre-rolls for just non-affiliates or just small streamers. If you're not a Twitch partner, you shouldn't even get pre-rolls unless you manually use it yourself, right? That's like an option, right? If you want to do it, okay. I mean, that's fine, I guess. That's your choice. But right now, you don't have the option. It's just ads all over the place, you know, and it forces the partners to try to like, you know, pump out more ads to make up for the loss with the new revenue split, you know. So not to mention they had the bounties or whatever. What do you call them to guess what? To pump out more ads. It's just ads out the ass, dude. Just because they want to take more cut from the streamers and shit like that, man. It sucks. So yeah, it's just where Twitch is at right now, man. Ever since Amazon bought them. The next time I hear Twitch, it's definitely going to be not the greatest of news. But hopefully we'll get to a point where this all kind of levels out. But it ain't going to be anytime soon. All right. If you don't have anything else to say, let's go to games. Let's just talk about games. Oh, but wait, before we get there, this one in the games news. Let's see. Oh yes, this is just a bit quick bit here. Final Fantasy 16's story takes about 35 hours to complete, apparently, according to IGN. But if you want to do like the side quests and all that stuff, you want to like be a completionist, it'll probably be around 70 to 80 hours. I think even then that sounds short. That sounds short for a Final Fantasy thing. A main Final Fantasy.
It's not short, but for me as a gamer, for like these type of games, I don't pay attention of how long it takes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'm sure that this 35 hours is just from main game, you know, the main story from start to finish, no side quests.
Yeah, of course,
so,
yeah.
You know, so again, for me, like, I'm not gonna be doing straight into the main story. Like,
yeah.
If I see a side mission, I'm gonna distract my ass there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just whatever flows, you know, like whatever floats your boat, whatever flows at the time. Yeah. I mean, absolutely, right?
To which I always love that meme is like, wow, look at this awesome place. Here's some side missions. Okay. 20 side missions later, now you get to the first boss. I've been waiting for you, and you're like level 50.
Just super like buffed and like
you're like level 50 is like
yeah.
Wow, that was hard, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. All right, on to the next boss.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how it goes, man. But that's the beauty of these games, right? Like, you know, especially like I feel like Fallout 4 was like a big like was like huge guilty of that. Like, oh, your main story, you gotta save your son, right? But you get like distracted by just like exploring, like, ooh, what's this? What does this house have? Or, ooh, what do you have, NPC? Like, you know, and then like all the friends that you gather, right? All the companions you gather, and like, you know, including like Nick Valentine and like blah blah blah, you know, Kate, and then like, you know, all those people, right? You know, whatever. You just get so distracted from like the main objective, even though like, yeah, in paper, right, it's very important to go save your son, but you're just like going on side quests, you're farming, right? Gathering resources, ooh, all this junk, ooh, all this food, all this like whatever, right? All these weapons, ooh. You're just distracted, right? So that really what adds to hours, you know. So if you do tear it down, it is a pretty short game if you just go straight through the story. But just like, I think the beauty of it is just like just letting yourself distracted, just do whatever, float your boat, and then it really adds up to, you know, this many hours and stuff like that. But yeah, I think even then, this does sound a little more on the shorter side for Final Fantasy, but I could be wrong. But because like Persona, like even if you do just like the optimal shit, it took like 100 hours at least for me anyway. It took me like 120 hours because I spent all the extra time for like, you know, like the social links and all the like, you know what I mean, to like, you know, because it adds up to your relationship and then your abilities, right? So it all works at the end, or worth it in the end. But like when it comes to this kind of type of stuff, you want to like soak in the lore, you know, just really get to care about like the world and all that stuff. Yeah. Sometimes that, yeah, it's interesting, but it, for the most part, is irrelevant to that person's experience. Like, it ain't gonna be 35 hours, that's for sure. It's gonna be probably double that, you know, or more. It depends on how much you want to play the game, how much you really like the game, and all that. Does it give you an idea? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, sure, absolutely. But should that be like fact? Like this is like in written in stone sort of thing? Nah, you know. Take it with a grain of salt. You could, you know. Yeah. All right. And even then, like I mean, the person's experience is gonna be varied, right? Is it gonna be 80 hours to complete the whole thing? Probably not. It could be like 120 hours for all we know.
Yep.
It really depends on how much that person grinds, how much they really take their time. You know, you gotta also take into account like, did this person skip all the cutscenes? Did this person skip all the like animations, right? Like you know, all the cinematic animations of like the summons and all the attacks and all that fun stuff. Like, did they like speed up the game somehow? I don't know.
Or more like okay, so 36 hours on top of what you were saying. Like, did they skip all this?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did they have to fight that one boss?
Yeah.
Because you know there's always that one boss that's gonna take you like 3 hours, at least 3 hours to defeat him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when you see like Elden Ring or just Souls-like games, I definitely take that with a grain of salt. Because you know, what if this person was really good and just beat the boss in like one try somehow, or a couple tries? But then you have your friend, right, who like kept dying to this one boss for like 4 hours or something, or 3 or 6 or something.
Yep.
We don't know. So it really varies with those sorts of games. Final Fantasy, yeah, I mean, it tends to be pretty straightforward, sure, but even then, it can vary of how much. It depends on how much you really like the game and what you do with it too. So. All right, enough of that, I believe. Okay, so back onto tech trend stuff. Okay, so guess what? Now even Pokemon is getting into the potentially the NFT market, right? According to their official website, I think they were looking for someone. Oh yeah, it was on LinkedIn, where they, you know, it's like a website where you can. It's like a social media website where you can like put out your resume. Look for jobs, you know, and stuff like that.
Speaking of LinkedIn, a couple of months ago, I got in like 5 invitations or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
To work at these different companies. One of was the Germany branch for Home Depot, and I was like, "Fuck no, I'm going." It's like, "Thank you. I would like to visit Germany, but live there, no."
Yeah. Yeah. I get like offers too, but they're all, for the most part, they're kind of just like nothing that would like contribute to my overall future. You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, on LinkedIn, they posted a job that's asking for NFT experience and all that stuff, all the metaverse and blockchain crap and everything in between. You know, Web3, all that nonsense. So these are just maybe they're just considering it. I don't know if they're 100% on it, but you know, corporations like this, I shouldn't be surprised. But it sucks no less if they fully go into NFTs like this, like Square Enix is. You know, I mean, especially with Pokemon, right? Like, I love Pokemon. It's some of my favorite gaming franchise of all time. And if they just go into this full steam ahead, that type of thing, with that type of mentality, it's gonna be awful. Oh, you want this picture of Charizard for like 150,000K real money? Boom, like, have at it. When I can just like go on Google Images and download that picture of Charizard, right? I don't need this crap. Like, oh my god. Again, we've already said all that shit, This is just one more thing we do not need for our video games. But of course they're doing it because video games are popular right now, and so how else are you gonna integrate NFT technology and all that nonsense, right? Video games. Yep. So that is essentially it. So hopefully that doesn't become a full thing, or hopefully it doesn't bear any fruit, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that whenever it does pop up. All right, this one is kind of interesting. It's a short little video, so it's like a minute. So this is from Capcom, right? And this is what essentially is a parody of like old anime, and I think in particular it's like what's it called in English, but in Japanese I think it's Haiji something, right? Where it's like a little girl who lives in a mountain, right? Who lives in a mountain village, that type of stuff. This style of anime has always been really popular back in the day, so it's like a classic thing. It's a classic thing in Japan, and of course, for Resident Evil related stuff, Capcom took a shot at it and made a parody out of it, a parody. And this is just one of the couple of episodes they put out over the recent weeks. It's like shorts. Just pulls out a chainsaw.
Here you go.
Yep.
Hi.
It's so like weird. Yeah, so they even like made it like to like that old like a program, right? Like an old TV program almost, with that sponsors and everything, fake sponsors.
I bet you when this little animation was made, it was very nostalgic for like a lot of workers at Capcom.
Oh yeah, they love this like old stuff, I'm sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I remember this when I was a kid.
Yep. That definitely is you get that like note, like that nostalgic like kick, like they although funny, it's kind of weird that they made Leon like blonde for some reason, like super blonde in comparison to what Leon actually is. He's he has brown hair. Actually is fine, but but anyway, It's still funny. It's got that like weird Japanese humor tied to it too. Like you know, it's like kind of dark, but it's also happy. But like, you know, because at one point they were beating those bad guys or whatever. They're like beating up Leon and Ashley with their weapons, and there's just like rainbows popping out for some reason. And then they just go, ah, ha, 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 ha. You know, they're flying up for no reason, and then the helicopter just pops out of nowhere and then crashes to them. It's so weird, very strange. But yeah, this is just one of the few episodes that came out from this little campaign, and it even says "You are dead." Like, it's just so strange. And these are all like 1 minute, I believe. So it's called Resident Evil Masterpiece Theater. So it's all for just marketing the Resident Evil 4 remake. So yeah, which is coming up pretty soon, or if not, it's out already. At this point, yeah, it's literally a day before. So as we record this, but yeah, what do you or what is there anything else? Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, it's cute.
It was really cute, and it's so funny, like, because this is obviously Japan only, like, advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, US. I know you can do something like this to, you know, bring in a game instead of just using, you know, in-game cutscene to promote your game. Just do small stuff like this.
Yeah. Was this unnecessary? Sure, but they did it, and it's great, and it's cute. It's, you know, it's like that little extra sprinkle on top of the ice cream or something, you know. Just like nice little things. Yeah. Something you would never see in an actual Resident Evil game, sure, but I think it's funny. It's hilarious. Like, you know, it'd be really cool if on the US side of things they actually did like an X-Men style like parody for Resident Evil or anything really. Like, you know, like that classic like 90s cartoon style for the Western side of things, but for like Resident Evil. So, you know, like it'll like have Leon kind of looking like Peter Parker, right, in that classic style, you know, for Spider-Man. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
I was also thinking, like, if the movie, and this is a fucking big ass movie, the Wes Anderson movies didn't fucking flop, because there were some actors that really looked the part.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, if it didn't flop, so the actor that played Leon in the live action Wes Anderson Resident Evil, you know, was there. You know, they were just doing a live action like little promotion.
Yeah, a little piece. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But again, like, it's Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
One of his best movies was still to this day is the first Mortal Kombat. Everything else is just a big ass hit miss.
Yeah.
It hit you, but it missed the mark.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, I thought it was, yeah, like you said, it was cute. Nice little extra thing, right?
Yep.
Nice little extra treat for the RE fans. Where we're at right now. Okay. Pretty decent time. Let me talk about Apex Legends, because they did just come out with the new shit just like a couple of hours ago, or at least not too long ago.
New shit.
Yeah.
This is some new shit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mississippi now. No, we're not going. That's a good song by Missy Elliott, but I don't want us to get slapped.
Yeah. So yeah, there's gonna be a new event called Sun Squad. It's a collection event, and they're gonna have new skins and a couple of buffs for a couple of or so at least some heroes or whatever legends, and that is definitely Ash Ash is gonna have her arc snare buffed overall, decreased cooldown, faster travel speed, and the tether activation will supposedly would work better. So hit its like targets more likely, I guess. Like I always found that funny, like when you like launch your arc snare or the shuriken, as a lot of people like to call it. You throw it right, but then it's just like it just like just floats across the map, so you can just kind of just like this to dodge it. It's so slow. It's like, what's the point, you know? So they're increasing the speed, so that makes sense, I think, to almost double. So that's gonna be pretty fast. So yeah, I think it's just her snare that's going to get buffed. Not I don't think anything else is going to get changed. But it's something, I guess. Weapons. Okay, so Eva 8 and 3030 will go into the replicator, and then the vault and longbow will be back on the ground. So get ready for those longbows again. And the vault. And yeah, and then there's gonna be new skins, of course, including Ash, Mirage, Newcastle, Seer. I think even Fuse was mentioned. Oh, this is Catalyst, right? The new character. The Ash skin looks pretty cool, I think. I think there's a YouTube video, so let's just pop that in there. Oh, and then also there's a new heirloom, and it is Ash's heirloom. It's just like a pair of futuristic nunchucks with knives at the end or whatever.
All right, fucking let's Faka get in there.
Yeah, right. The nunchucks. Yep. Back in his day, his heyday.
Show that to him. He'll probably just play until he gets it, and then turn it off. Like, I got it, guys. Okay, done.
All right. Let me just get the video in there, just so we can like see a good idea of what we're getting ourselves into.
Another beautiful day in paradise.
Just turn this shit off. Hold on. There you go.
Whatever those things are flying, and my ship, the Mirage Trois, is ready to set sail for its maiden voyage.
Oh, there you go. There's a Fuse skin.
Who's excited?
Ready and excited.
Seriously, anyone other than the robot?
Not likely.
All right, whatever. Enough vitamin me.
Well, some of these look
Do the
like
DJ
past,
thing.
like past events. The skins, because there was one with Pathfinder in his Frozen skin. That was like an old skin.
Yeah. I think it's a recolor, maybe. Even though it looks very similar to the old skin. If that's the case.
You can't be overdressed.
Wait, oh, they're giving you sunglasses? That's so stupid. But funny. I like that the death boxes look like the what do you call those? Like those ice chests?
Yeah, the coolers.
Yeah, the coolers. Yeah,
Sun's out, guns out.
that's nice.
Supposed to mention anything else? Heatwave. Anybody seen Ash?
You are more talkative than I anticipated.
Yep, there's the heirloom right there. So yeah, that's it for right now. Let's slow it down, and then what's all the skins at? There we go. Yeah, it looks like that's like wait, what's the face? Oh yeah, Bangalore's like purple skin or whatever, new purple skin. There's Fuse's new skin again. Fuse has been getting a lot of skins. Maggie got a purple skin or epic skin as well. There's Newcastle. I believe that's supposed to be his legendary skin. And then that looks like a recolor, right? Am I crazy? Or is that new?
If I bring up like his old one, like open a different tab and just
yeah.
frozen skin.
Yeah.
Ice skin, sorry. Ice skin.
Let me pause it right there, and then yeah, just look it up. Pathfinder skins. I'm sure it'll be in the wiki, so skins. Aviator. Iced Owl. What do you know?
Nice to meet you.
I think they just put it in there as just like a random skin to just fit into the trailer. I don't think they're trying to like sell it as like, oh, it's a brand new skin or whatever, or a recolor or whatever. I think just do it in there just for the sake of the trailer. Maybe. I hope that's what the case is. Maybe it's for people who missed out on the skin. I don't know. In the past, so. Oh my god, this skin. Whenever you pick it, right, there's like that loud ass music that comes with it when you select the legend.
Oh, and also the shotgun. It's like,
Yep.
Jesus Christ, what the hell?
Yeah, a lot of people, whenever I pick the skin, a lot of people skip the animation on purpose just because it's so fucking loud. So I hope they implement like an option to just turn it off. Cause I bought the skin actually, but I haven't like used it all that much because I don't want to like be that obnoxious, right? So I hope they like have the option to just turn it off, like the music that comes along with it. I think it's like unnecessary, for the most part, or at least adjust the audio or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, was there anything else you wanted to like mention or comment about this little particular bit? No. Oh, there's something for Lifeline again. There's something for Seer again. Loba again. The Ash skin though, it looks pretty cool. Sun Squad. So, at least for the most part, it seems like we're getting new skins, right? So not like too many recolors or anything like that. I could be wrong, but yeah, for the most part, I think looks like they're all new skins. Let's see in the comments though. Let me see. Yeah, there's likes for the most part. Yeah, there's a lot of likes. Ash's heirloom is definitely not what I expected. Yeah. I didn't think she'd get nunchucks of all things. I thought she'd get like another like sword or something, like a bigger, badder sword.
Nah, she was gonna get she was gonna use what is it, a rat? She's gonna use the rat as the weapon, like just swing it.
Yeah. Horribly disappointed that we didn't get a shirtless Fuse skin. I've been waiting for since Stormpoint came out. Oh yeah, because he like there's like a trailer and then or the cinematic trailer and then he's like all like hot and everything and whatever and Mirage is like yeah. There's that one part when Fuse came out of the what do you call the water. He's all like, you know, they're trying to make him hot and all that stuff and Mirage is like oh my
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh no, he's
I'm
hot.
gay.
Yeah, they've been hinting at Mirage being gay or at least bi or something. But anyway, yeah, I love that they turned the death boxes into coolers. That's what I said. So happy that Ash and her 3 mains get an heirloom. It's pretty funny. Ash's Titan, big sword. Ash, phasing sword. Ash's heirloom, nunchuck. I like that comment. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were just like, nunchucks? Oh, okay. It's unexpected, but seems like they're welcoming it for the most part. What were some of the gun skins? Let me see. Let's see. Oh, they got this like soccer little thing going on in this map and this in Stone Point for this time. That's kind of funny. Wait. Oh, there's a new mechanic. So for this event, heat waves damage players who are outside. Oh, so basically you have the ring without the ring. What the fuck? That's kind of annoying. Or is it like periodically? I hope not. Or I hope it's not permanent the whole time. Avoid the heat. Avoid damage under heat shields or find shelter indoors. Oh, that's stupid. So that means fucking Caustic is gonna be, and all the controller characters are gonna be used more likely because you're gonna be indoors. Slide or wear sunglasses to reduce temperature. Oh my god! It's the gas mask from Call of Duty. With warfare. Warzone. There you go. Warzone. There you go. That's what I was looking for. The gas mask for Warzone, because like that's that's how you like avoid the gas. That's supposed to be like the the circle, right? So I didn't know the sunglasses actually had a mechanic to them. I thought it was just for looks, even though you're in first person view. Yeah, you kind of get a view of the guns. Okay, there you go. Okay, there's charge rifle, little emo. That looks like the Rampage, right? And then wingman skin. Nunchuck. For Ash. And that's it. Alright. I think we're pretty good, right? On Apex?
Yep.
Alright.
Pucks.
I think it'll come in, or I think it'll start in like 5 days-ish. I could be wrong, but sometime next week. Well, by the time this video comes out, it should be right around the corner. Okay, let me see. Do we have time? Alright, we can squeeze in this one at least. Okay.
Squeeze, baby, squeeze.
This is not so much news, but this is like a little extra tidbit that I want to talk about, since we do have our fair share of playing gacha games and all that stuff, even to this day. And so this is what we're looking at, a revenue sort of chart from January of 2023. And if I can zoom in here a little bit, you kind of get a good idea of who's number one and stuff like that. And especially if you look at the highlighted stuff. So again, this is from January of this year, so take that into mind. But there's also after the holiday stuff, right? So I'm sure like a lot of gacha games have their holiday events and blah blah blah, so those revenue sales are going to be extra juicy, right, in a way. So number one, of course, is Genshin Impact, right? But actually not in China, but rather in from the US, of all things, with $62 million in that 1 month, or that according to as of January 2023. I think this is like monthly, I believe. Could be wrong. Yes, it is lower than last month or whatever, but it's still quite a bit of money. And then Nikkei, right, coming in number 2 with 47 million. And then you have to also remember like how many people have downloaded the game, right? So that's a lot of downloads, right? So I think this could be total downloads as of that month, right? So So it has like 30 million at this point. So that's something to take in mind, right? But when it comes to Nikkei, right, it doesn't have. It's close to 1 million, but still, right? It's got that much money, so there's a lot of whales in there, definitely. Number 3 is actually Genshin Impact again, but for China. Million downloads for Apple as well, and then for total is still 1 million at $43 million. And then number 4 is Uma Musume, funny enough, with 80,000 downloads, right? Maybe in total, like, or maybe or just for the month. I could be wrong again, but still, look at that. Look at this. Not too far behind from Genshin Impact China, right? 41 million with 80,000 downloads. That's you know, so you have an idea of who's whaling or how many whales are there. And then after that, we have Fate Go, the lovely Fate Go, with 121,000 downloads, but still have 37 million. So again, there's a lot of whales there. F-Go in the US had 220,000 downloads with 8 million. And then yeah, so you can kind of get an interesting idea of like where stuff is at. Where was Epic 7? I forget if it's even on here, but oh, there it is. So 100,000 downloads, right? And then there's 3 million. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad, but I think there was one game that like really fell off or something, but I forget which one it was in particular. But look at this, right? Honkai Impact 3rd, or Honkai 3rd Impact, 20,000 downloads, but almost $3 million, right? So that's like actually not that bad, all things considered, right? You know, there's still a lot of whales like going in on that game. And then there's another that's like kind of up and coming. Oh yeah, no, mind you, this is Japan too, for Honkai. Yep. Yeah. And then for Blue Archive in the US, 3 million with 140,000 downloads in total. Let me see if so it looks like it was an increase, right? Yeah, it's double, yeah, because they made oh wow. So last month or from the previous chart, it was 1.5 million, and then after that it was 3 million. So yeah, they definitely made 100% more profit. So that's crazy. Unfortunately for Epic 7, looks like something got fucked up in the thing, or at least they didn't have a chart for last month. So that's unfortunate. We didn't get, we don't really get to see how much a drop there was. But if you want to go by like how much of an increase there was, right? It's a random game called Projects. No, actually, no, I'm wrong. It's actually Arknights. Look at Arknights, right? 500% increase of revenue. Look at that. They went from 2 million to 12 million. That's crazy, right? Another big one is 260% from Japan's Blue Archive, with going from 5 million to 18 million. You know, that's huge.
Yep.
Which one was like the big drop though? Oh, look at that. Arknights also had a huge increase in the US, right? 284% increase. Holy crap. It looks like it's not that bad of a decrease overall, seems like, but I guess the worst one, quote unquote, is the Korean side of Uma Musume with negative 67%. but even then, it's not like horrible. I mean, they're still making millions, I guess.
Yeah.
But and then considering how many downloads and all that stuff, right? Like, yeah. Also, man, Azure Lane, they had a huge increase. It looks like, oh no, dude, this is so many. It's hard to read. Okay, they lost 33%. So, but they still are making money. It seems like this is revenue, so that means it doesn't calculate all of, like, the costs and everything. So that's where we get profit, right? Profit is after revenue with all the calculations of loss and all that stuff, the liability and all that stuff, like calculated in there. But I guess it's still something worth noting, no less, as we continue to play our respective gacha games. But okay, that's what it was. Okay, so Girls Frontline at one point was pretty popular, but then it like just fell off so bad. Look at that.
Even like this.
Yeah. Look at that. It's only made like barely 200,000 in comparison to all the other like gachas and stuff. Even the Nier mobile game isn't doing that hot either. Punishing Grey Raven, not that hot either, in Japan at least. What else? That's Sin of Alice, right? That's another like Nier sort of esque. I think it's a Yoko Taro mobile game. That's also only barely making 100,000 or something like that, or 200,000 flat. It seems like. Princess Connect in the US, very low in comparison. It sounds like a lot of money, but like in comparison to other companies, it's in the red. So anything I don't know if you can like read any of this on your side of the screen, but like I mean, anything you want to comment or whatever. Yeah.
Enhance.
Yep. Let me try to see if I can enhance that, if that's any better.
Well, even funny, the Tower of Fantasy is still doing good.
Yeah, all things considered, yeah, it's still doing pretty decent overall. No one's talking about it, but it had...
Yep, no one's talking about it.
Yeah, it had like 300,000 downloads, and it made millions at least.
At least Fate Go for the Japan side is still in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, this is hurting my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, if you want, I mean, you can take a look at it yourself on the docket. Like, you can just click on the link and then take a look at it. That's the power of Google Docs. But anyway. Yeah.
Google Docs.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to point out on this chart, or?
Some of these games I heard of, but I never play.
Oh.
Though I am surprised that, unless I'm blind, I don't see Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle.
If you look at the top, if it says why game not here because I'm not interested in it. So it's not like a complete like professional chart. It's made by a person.
Oh,
true.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least they're honest about it.
Yeah. They're not. This person is not interested in Dragon Ball, I guess. So
it doesn't have sexy waifus.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You're right.
That's actually funny. You pointed out like that's one of the only mobile games or whatever that doesn't have waifus, but it's still like doing pretty well relatively. It's still like
I mean, it has waifus, but I guess it's the
it's very limited.
Aesthetics.
Mm-hmm. I imagine it's pretty limited, right? Because it's just only so many. So there's so many.
Yeah, women in Dragon Ball,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's like, okay, again, kind of like making fun. These are the games I'm interested. Okay, and if we ride on to like the waifus, like half the waifus in Fate Go are guys, right?
Mm-hmm. True, but they look like women, so that's what.
Yeah, It's like, I love Nero. She's so good. It's like that's a dude. Or
Well, Nero is
who
based
was
off of a dude, but yeah.
a dude. Oh, or who was the
Astolfo?
yeah, Astolfo.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, she's beautiful.
That's a dude. That's actually a dude.
He's like, okay.
That's
He's
a
like,
dude. Yeah.
He's like,
Mhm.
it's like the Riddler meme. Does he know?
Yeah, does he know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Artoria is supposed to be like treated like a dude, but still a woman, you know? Because you know,
Still a
they call her
woman.
king, right? So
Same as Mordred.
Mordred, yep. Mm-hmm. Like son.
They refer
Yeah. Mm.
yeah, they refer Mordred as a son
Yeah.
when Mordred looks like a dude.
Yeah. Mordred is based off of a dude, yes, right? So mhm.
Which is my and then there's me. It's like, Zhao, who's your waifu? King Hassan.
Mhm.
That's the dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Your point?
Yep.
I can make up my waifu.
It's Bando, right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the game has a bit of everything, right? I mean, it's got definitely the waifus and it has the husbands. So
Yeah, the husbands, the furry husbands. The
yeah,
furry
like and it has just
waifus.
cool characters in general, right? Cool looking characters, I should say. Although
Except for some of the artworks, they look like they are still in the sketching phase.
like it's pretty like I would say kind of outdated because especially that artist is art style like got better over time. You know what I mean? So you kind of wish like they kind of update that picture or artwork, but it's work. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, anything else you wanted to like point out or anything like that? Yeah. Yeah, it's sad just to see on the bottom because there's Drug Alley Lost, but it's all like blank because of course it shut down, right? So, but if you notice also, yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes, it's kind of up there, right? I mean, it's I don't know if that's number 10. Oh, it's like right around number 10 ish. It's within the top 20 for sure. Yeah, it made, let's see, yeah, 100,000 downloads in total of that month or whatever, and then 7 million still, so it's still making money, still making millions. Yep, so still up there. Diablo Immortal, I forgot to mention, right? It had 600,000 downloads and then $14 million. Which is a 16% or 17% increase, right, from the last month or whatever, last time. Yeah, so kind of gives you an idea of what's popular right now, right? Genshin Impact, Nikkei, Uma Musume, Fate Grand Order still, right? One of the oldest ones, but still up there. I kind of wish that this person included Granblue, but probably it's not interested in Granblue, so I guess it can't be helped. Blue Archive is definitely up there. I've seen a lot of fan art for Blue Archive. Unfortunately, Diablo Immortal, right? Because it's Blizzard. Arknights is still up there. Fire Emblem Heroes is still up there. Azure Lane is still up there. One of the older ones too. Versus Connect, kinda. In Japan at least. Epic 7 still floating-ish in US. Blue Archive in the US is climbing up there, it seems like. Tower of Fantasy is still around, like you just kind of said. Although surprising because it feels like the game is dead, but it's still making money, so it's just probably not popular in the headlines. So yeah, it's still going. But sad to see something like, Girls Frontline. It was like once popular at some point, but it's falling off. There's a lot of gacha games, man, and so it's just sharks eating each other at this point, and so there's gonna be a point where there's too. I mean, well, it's already happening, right? It's a saturation of live service games, so they're just gonna have to drop something. So this is what it's looking like. Number of people are dropping Girls Frontline in Japan at least. where's Girls Frontline in the U.S. then? It might not even be up there, right? Because it seems like only in Japan made it to the chart, you know. Yeah, because I don't see anything else, right? I don't see any other Girls Frontline from any other region except Japan. So Japan barely even made it onto the chart, seems like, in this person's eyes. So none of the Tales of games too, because it looks like this person's not even interested in the Namco stuff. So that's pretty funny. Why game not here? Because I'm not interested in it. I just like that wording. So.
Why you no here? Because it's not existent in my reality.
In my reality, yep. That's funny. Okay, I think we have room for one more, which is another little quick tidbit in a way. It is relating to Netflix One Piece. And according to this person who definitely talks about a lot of One Piece and story-related stuff, is just a big fan of One Piece, right? It appears that this actor, maybe, or I mean, I don't know, maybe it could be not legit, I don't know, but if this is true, but this actor's, I can't pronounce this person's name, but if this is real, I don't know. He'll be playing the former Mr. Seven that was killed by Zoro in the One Piece live action of One Piece. Okay, so I mean, if this is real, right? I mean, we've never seen Mr. Seven, you know, and so if they actually show Mr. Seven, that means they could be deviating and you know, telling a different story and shit like that. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think? And this is from, you know, Baroque Works.
I mean, it could be like a flashback, most likely.
Maybe during Zoro's like, actual pirate hunting days.
Yeah, like that scene, or like flashbacks. Because from what I'm dreaming or visualizing, it's like, you know, the moment where Zoro's all tied up and shit, so he's just having his life flash before his eyes. So I think it will be like that. We'll see him killing Mr. Seven and all that.
Yeah. Again, if this is legit, but we'll see.
Yeah, if this is. Because I'm sorry. Okay, nothing against Mr. Seven. I kind of want to see Mr. 2 and 3 more.
Oh yeah, of course. But this is early. Remember, this is early, like early in the story. So
it's early in the story, but as you said, they could deviate. I mean, deviate from it and just like show like what possible season 2 might be, and they just show like the gang already there, like just watching just watching from the sideline, going like, yeah, we gotta keep an eye on this one.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I mean, it would be neat, I guess, but we'll have to see, of course, in the final thing. But of ideas of just showing extra little tidbits here and there that we don't get to see, of course, in the anime, because I believe in the anime / manga, right, like Zoro does mention a Mr. Seven of sorts, and we don't get to see it, but he just mentions that he ran into Mr. Seven-ish, I think, and killed him, you know, in a fight or whatever. So, and that's why during the battle at Whiskey Peak, you know, that whole big battle with you know, when Vivi was Miss Wednesday, and then Igaram was Mr. 8 and all that stuff, blah blah. You see Mr. 9 and Miss Monday, right? Remember that big buff chick, right? Miss Monday. They're having that big battle, and then they talk about it, right? With Mr. 7. So I mean, it'd be neat, I guess, if this is all true, you know, just to kind of discuss the idea of One Piece sort of deviating a little bit and show like some of these like extra cutscenes or extra scenes would be pretty neat in concept, but we'll see how it's all executed during the final thing. Because we have to remember, yeah, it is coming out this year. We'll have to see, and we'll find out of how this turns out. So that's all for the major stuff of this bit here. Is there anything else you wanted to like, sprinkle in for either One Piece or anything else you wanted to bring up before we wrap it up for realsies?
For everyone playing Resident Evil 4, be quiet.
Yeah.
There are some people that never played the original, so
yeah, right. Meanwhile, I guess I'll sprinkle in some extra bits. It is the last episode of Ash's saga, with Pikachu and all that stuff. I think it is happening right now as we speak, because I am seeing the hashtag thank you Ash and Pikachu as we speak. So I think it just aired or it just recently happened. So yeah, his saga is over essentially. So he is no longer the main character at this point. And that's it. No more Ash or Satoshi or whatever you want to call him. And of course Pikachu, right? So I don't know what became of Team Rocket, because there's a clip of Team Rocket just like splitting off just randomly. I'm like, what? And then you're just like,
James went back home to marry that chick. Jesse finally became a hairdresser. Meowth became a mob boss with that a Persian.
oh, yeah.
I know, it's like digging. He's like, you guys remember this fucking episode?
Yeah, damn, man. You remember all that shit. Although you have to remember, it's the dub. I mean, did you watch it from the dub side of things or Japanese?
Dub.
Yeah.
Mostly all my exposure of Pokemon was from the dub.
Yeah. Understandable. I feel like it's like a quarter of the dub for me, and then mostly Japanese. To some extent, at least. Yeah. Because I always like.
Ash,
what? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ash finally went back to visit all his Pokemon.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, he does. Apparently, he already visited Butterfree at some point during. Yeah.
But I don't care about Butterfree. I'm like,
Damn,
hey,
okay, shit.
Remember you promised Pidgeot? No?
See,
okay.
okay, so you brought up that point again. Remember I said, like, what if that was just the dub thing? Like, what if in Japanese he actually says goodbye to him, like, forever?
I know, but still, it's like, remember that? No? Okay.
We don't know if that's canon or not. So, I mean, is that really a point to bring up? Like...
Wait, I have my list. So I'm going to pretend Ash is like right next to me. Okay, are you going to visit Pidgeot? No? Okay, what? No, you already saw the Squirtle spot.
But I guess to say the least, yeah, it would be nice. It would have been nice for fan service sake to just bring up at least your Pidgeot, like, right? Like, something to mention, like an honorable mention, but I don't know.
I know.
Yeah. But I guess either way, but still... For I don't know, like, did he actually say, oh, I promise to see you again or something? Or in the Japanese side of it, he just says goodbye, right? So
yeah, how about this one, Ash? Are you gonna finally marry Charizard? No, okay. That's fucking out.
Yep.
Out the fucking window.
Yeah, of course you would think of that.
How about revisiting to make sure your primate is doing well? What? We forgot that he had one.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. That's a long time ago, man. Damn.
I'm digging up. I have the... I have paper trail.
Right. Yeah, I mean...
And is this final episode, is your mom finally gonna confront you, Ash, and say, hey, while you were off on your adventure,
God
I got
damn it,
married.
Oh, no.
Here's my husband and your new stepdad.
Oh, no.
Professor Oak.
I wonder if they ever showed his dad, like in the final episode.
His dad is Giovanni. Come on.
That's what I want to think, but I don't know. I mean, is it really that simple?
Or we can do Star Wars shit and say, oh, Ash was made by midichlorians and no father.
Fucking Giovanni or whoever, like, just magically, impregnated fucking what's her name in the English, Dahlia or whatever, her Miss Ketchum,
Delilah or something.
Delia, whatever, yeah. Miss Ketchum with magic powers, and Ash became whatever, right? And then
No, I'll do you one better. They used Jirachi to wish Ash to be born.
God damn it.
And we all know how Jirachi does its wishes. It like grabs something from nearby, right? And something like
I
that,
don't
if I
remember
what.
that well from the movie.
But if we go like that, that would be kind of creepy and sad. Like,
yeah, kind of
Delilah's
dark.
like, I want a son, and here's Jirachi. Okay. Just like pulls like a baby from an already pregnant woman and just shoves it into.
Yeah, it seems like,
like
if
there
we're
you
gonna
go.
if we're gonna go by like some wishing logic, like you have to like take away something to get something, right? Like, so it has to take away like somebody's baby to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just shove it into Delilah's like, there you go.
man.
There's your baby. It's like who's the father?
Yeah,
You didn't ask
right.
that in your wish.
Yeah.
So fuck you. I'm going back to sleep.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Man, that would be something. But okay, I mean, all right. This is the last of Satoshi, man. We've reached that point, you know. So,
I mean, if they really wanted to make the last episode, obviously we haven't watched it yet.
no, we haven't watched. No. Hell, I haven't watched Journey. But yeah.
If this episode wanted to be very memorable, the last few seconds of the episode should be Red challenging Ash. And
See,
it
that'd be
ends there.
pretty fucking sick. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know, and then Ash does the whole
Mm-hmm.
hat turning and then just throws the Pokeball and then that's it.
Right.
That's
Oh
what it
yeah. Yeah.
Opens as interpretation, like who won that match.
You know, it'd be really.
Of course, everyone's going to say Red.
You know, it'd be really funny if they do like a really obscure reference. You know, like how when you start up the Game Boy game, it's always Gengar and Nidorino like fighting each other like on that screen.
Oh, so a full circle back to the first episode.
Yeah, exactly, right. So Ash's Gengar, right, could be fighting Red's Nidorino for some reason. Like I don't know if Red would want to use Nidorino to fight, but it would be a nice reference at least.
Here, you know what? I'll raise you up. I'll raise this bet.
Mm-hmm.
The last episode. Again, we haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, of course.
Ash wakes up from his coma, and it's back to episode 2.
Not the not the copy pasta shit. No.
Yeah, we're going there.
No.
And all his adventure until then was his dream.
Yeah.
And we start right back to the beginning.
Well, I mean, if there's really any hint, the last episode is called something to do with like the rainbow and the boy or something. The boy and the rainbow or some shit. I forget what it was called. It's something to do with the rainbow because of Ho-Oh, you know. So because in the beginning we've seen the Ho-Oh. Yeah.
Everyone it's like that's probably what Ash. I believe he said, "I want to like journey and be a Pokemon master." I think Ho-Oh at the time heard it and just said, "You know, fuck it, I'm bored. Sprinkle some pixie dust. Okay, there you go, kid. Bye."
Yeah. And then for some reason it has a really long delay of activating. So by the time journeys happen, it finally came true. With Ash becoming world champion or whatever. So yep.
I don't think Ash really met a Ho-Oh, did he? Throughout the series,
not in the
he
series.
met Lugia.
Yeah, Lugia, yes. Well, in the movie. Oh no, in the series, yeah, because remember there's the Lugia and the
Orange
baby.
Islands.
Yeah, there's the Lugia and the small Lugia. I remember that episode or saga.
But for Ho-Oh, he hasn't seen it.
I don't think so.
Right? Or interacted. With
Yeah,
Ho-Oh.
at least interact, actually like meet. Yeah. Yeah.
Because again, for a kid that wants to be a Pokemon master, it's like, bro, you met so many legendaries that you didn't even try and capture one. Okay.
I mean, is it that kind of story though? I mean, I don't know.
but still, for us, it's like it's a Raikou.
Yeah.
Throws 45 Ultra Balls.
Maybe
They all break. Throws
well,
one damn Pokeball, captures, and you're like,
well, maybe. I mean, he wants to respect the legendaries and, you know, kind of let them be themselves or be the guardians of whatever that fucking land or whatever the hell. So, and also,
yeah, it's also like that.
He wants
They are essential to the ecosystem.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Take away Rayquaza.
yo, man, the weather is gonna go fuck, man.
Well, same thing with Lugia. If you go by the Pokédex,
Yeah.
one beat off his wings makes a hurricane. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
Yep.
we're going to die.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what Ash was trying to do, is just like respect the ecosystem or just whatever, like respect the Pokemon or whatever, and not to mention, right, like, does he really want to win with legendaries, right? Does that really feel good for Ash?
Well, remember, I forget which Pokemon series, some jackass had a legendary Pokemon in his team.
Well, Darkrai, and Darkrai is a mythical Pokemon, but still,
Yeah.
that is kind of like, what? Like, how does that even make sense, right? Like,
I know, that's when you're looking at the ref and the judges.
I think Ash got robbed that time. It's like, what? I think he
that's
got
why again,
robbed.
you're looking at the judges and the ref going like,
right?
hello,
Yeah.
breaking contract, breaking the rules. No, okay, okay.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know,
I'm gonna use my missing note.
that was such a like.
Disqualified. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Maybe I have to like watch it again, but like I just felt like it was like so out of left field. Like, what? This guy just got Darkrai just like that, and it just
Yeah, this
beats
guy just
Ash.
so happens
Yeah.
to freaking have a Darkrai. It's like,
Yeah. I think they like wanted to just keep Ash longer. That's why they just wrote in fucking Darkrai to just beat his ass or something. I don't know. Of all the things.
What if the final episode they make that obscure like not reference but callback going like you know, Ash is talking to like Misty and Brock and everyone, and then Misty just brings up, remember that time you were on that island and you got kissed by that girl? Was it really her or somebody else?
Oh, you mean Latias, right? Are you talking about her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ash is like thinking, I think it was her. No, I think it was the other one. It's like, are you sure?
Yeah, so what? Yeah, I like that. Like, there's a lot of people like doing fan art of like, well, how it's gonna end with Ash. Like, who does he like wind up with? And there's even a meme. It's a Xenoblade meme of Ash with like 3 of the female trainers, but then one of them was like the Latias, or no, I think Latias was like behind Ash or something, and then you have like the 3 whoever female trainers, right? So like Misty, maybe Serena, and then Dawn or whatever, and then they're holding their Pokemon in such a way that it's like similar to that of how Rex wound up with, you know, Mithra, Pyra, and I think her name was Nia or something, but it's the cat chick, right? Because Rex, it's, you know, Rex goes into a polygamous, yeah, marriage, I guess, right, with the 3 girls, and then they all have babies, right? And you know, he got busy, right? So
He got busy.
Yeah, thank you, Syndrome. But anyway, so someone made that reference with Ash and the 3, and I'm like, oh no. God damn it. And it even included the Latias, I think. I could be wrong, but yeah.
You know, to make the episode really funny and like, God, it came full circle. The last few seconds, Ash is with Misty. He goes like, "Hey Misty, here's the money to buy yourself a new bike," and it ends right there.
Yeah.
It just ends right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be like, wow. How many years? It's like,
well, technically 1 because he's still 10. I mean, yeah.
true. But I do want to bring up the argument, if we want to make movies canon,
If, yeah.
the short the short with the 2001 where Ash and Pikachu celebrate their 1 year of being with each other for the adventure. So I was like, so he's technically 11. No, the movies are canon.
Yeah, usually anime movies are not canon, for the most part. Kind of like with One Piece, like they like that character is canon, quote unquote, but like the story itself is not canon.
Okay. But see, we can't say that now with Dragon Ball.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. See, that's that's why I say usually.
They made Broly. They made Broly canon. They made
Broly,
other stuff. Others canon. So hopefully, again, sorry, tangent. The next Super movie or Dragon Ball movie is that they finally make cooler canon. I think that's what everyone's waiting for. Is like, become canon.
Yep.
He's right there. Just waving like this. The next one that's canon is Janemba's like.
I mean, I like Janemba, but I feel like Cooler has like the more charisma, right? Because he's Frieza's brother, and
then just to hear like Frieza just going to like just freak out, going like, holy shit.
I know, right, dude.
He's like, Frieza, who's that? It's like, hi, big bro, that's your brother. Let's fight him. No.
Yeah, because like, no. Well, I think because even Frieza has a new form beyond the gold one, so I think it's like Black Frieza or something like that. So.
Yeah, so but it'll be more funny.
Yeah, and then Cooler has like
Cooler is just like,
oh, that's cute.
Wow,
yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, it's like, wow, it took you that many years. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
What now, little bro? I was like, Goku, we should run. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I want to fight him. No.
Yep. Yeah. Basically, it'd be like that cool fifth form, but like with different colors. Basically, I that's what I imagine.
And an extra horn.
An extra horn or something. I don't know. Yeah, pretty crazy looking. Yeah, that's what I imagine. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully that can happen at some point. Oh yeah, especially with what happens with Gohan and Piccolo in that one movie, right? The new movie, right? So they gotta have something stronger, and then the power scaling just fucks up again.
Yeah.
Once again. So.
Look at the power levels. You mean shit that does not need to be a mention?
Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't matter at this point. It's just like there's always a villain that's like stronger than the last. It's like, what's the point? That of itself is a discussion, but anywho, it's been 3 hours, so I think we can definitely end it on that note of just random talking about anime stuff. That's what we're all about, just discussing what we like. And yeah, so with that, thank you very much. This has been this episode, or that's it for this episode for the Hypecast. Thank you very much as always. Again, we will be taking a break for next episode or next week, and then we'll hopefully be back to talk about what we did or what happened, stuff like that. So with Evo Japan and Zawa's cosplaying and convention experience. So we can all look forward to that one, right? So let's see how that turns out. So I'm pretty sure you're excited for hopefully your cosplaying stuff to be finished by then. So yeah. But no less though. Thank you very much, and hope to see you all in the next one, which is gonna be the week after. So yeah, so the week after Evo Japan. So with that, thank you very much. We'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.